tomorrow don't come. Guitar string to the target for me with a lonely song. Never stop to wonder why the kids would sing. I can care less if tomorrow don't come. Less if tomorrow don't come.
Didn't study at Princeton, but a proven convict. I'm more like a Winston and got friends like John Wick. Some spent time in Kingston, others were gone quick. There just ain't too many places you can move me from. On my white boy flow, I'm about to drop a doozy, son. Bars hitting heavy like an extended Uzi drum. Only a handful living life they make movies from. 3 sheets to the wind, and I still be spitting better. You can't be fair skinned and suck at the written letter. They'll never have me pinned, only getting better. Lord knows I've sinned with that forbidden cheddar. Originality can be astounding the game. but it seems auto-tune got you all sounding the same. Time to take your own lane instead of crowding the train. You know, pigs saying to me if there's no loud.
No matter where you go, there you are.
Welcome to the stream tonight. We're coming live from the Stay Lifted dungeon.
Hello.
I'm joined by my cohort Zazila, Zach, the unmasked physicist, and soon we'll be joined by Ryan from Wake and Bake with Ryan Pearson. How you doing tonight, Zach?
Good, thanks. And we might have some more mystery guests too. And man, chat's already been going.
Yeah, we're having a lot of people watching already, chat already going. That is really fun. We do play all the clips.
What's up, Offside? What's up, James?
We try and play as many clips as we can in the beginning, give people a chance to get in here. And I really do have to edit some more because we have so many new ones, but we should start off with the Bongo Time. So
We never take this long.
I know.
And man, what a depressing, awful stream tonight. We're talking about dystopian science fiction movie with no hope for humanity.
Yeah, this was a horrible topic. I'm extremely sad now.
We're just, no one's going to want to watch. They're going to go away miserable. It's going to be great.
He will be joining us any moment from whichever dimension he's choosing to come from tonight.
I mean, don't spoil it that he's...
Zach does look pretty fresh.
Thank you. I actually...
That's a nice haircut.
Thank you.
Thanks to Foof.
Yes. Thanks, Foof.
So tonight we are talking about...
See, the Anki stuff is spreading.
Zazzy Daddy ankle. Yes, we will have new ankle clips soon. But tonight, our topic. We're here to talk about WALL-E, Elysium, In Time, and Ready Player One. In Time was a fan pick from Dee Marie, who may join the show. Yeah. An awesome friend of the show. So every once in a while, we add a movie from the crowd.
No, we're not going to read this out loud.
I will answer the comments out loud with reference to those things in the comments, but I probably won't read every comment out loud unless it's interesting and deems being read out loud.
Like Zazzy Daddy ankle.
I mean, that's not one I would have picked, but Zazzy's his own human being. So I started out this topic because I was thinking about Ready Player One, and everyone's always talking about the member berries in it, right? Like the big, what's the giant called? The big giant,
the Iron Giant.
Yeah, the Iron Giant. And you know, all just the Back to the Future references and like all the pop culture references in it. But we seem to never really talk about the fact that this awful world exists outside the Oasis.
They're all in VR, and life is terrible.
And
Just
I
really
will.
Quick. But
that's a lesson. We'll move on to Mantis then, I guess.
It was really good.
Yes,
better than I thought.
It was really pretty. Yeah, we'll get to that one a little bit later.
It felt kind of like a guy movie mixed with a chick flick, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just it had stuff for both.
Oh yeah, like they wrote to a wide audience in this Big one, time. And they accomplished it really well. Yeah, that whole idea that I just wanted to focus on the bad part in the background of Ready Player One,
and that led to the other movie picks, and that led to us being depressed all week.
And like I watched Elysium like 3 times this week, and he is a jerk.
I am, yes.
And definitely we'll leave that Bongo Time up for a minute. You keep stealing my lighter.
Sorry.
I can't smoke with regular lighters. Need my
And I don't really like that one, so.
And your lighter's right there.
Oh. Bongo Time.
I'll take one and you can take one. Oh, that was also.
I'm not sure I get that reference.
Is the jersey. You're calling me on air right now? Oh, it ended. I'm pretty sure he's about to text me, but.
Yeah, so these 4 dystopian movies, I don't know what we were thinking. They all have a similar theme of humanity's doomed from technology.
Agreed. They
Human nature can't handle it.
and I didn't think it would lead us this deep. Like, I thought we had 2 kids movies, or a kid movie in there, a young adult movie.
Yeah.
A movie that I thought was more Hollywood than it is, and then Elysium that, wow, I didn't think they were going to be so on the nose. Like, I forgot how on the nose they are. And, like, In Time makes some points. Like, they don't even hide it. Their dialogue is straight up, this is what's wrong and why you're doing it. Like, they're very on the nose, as if the movie was it was a well-built cinema. It was a really well-built, pretty soapbox. And I enjoyed what they were saying.
Yeah, and it had some cliche stuff, but wow, what a good movie. You're the jerk. I'm the man, apparently.
Oh, okay, right. So, yeah, I'm the jerk. I got it.
Hello, Dee Dee.
Another Bongo Time, see? It's going to make it
sure.
so we understand the chat even less.
Hi, Dee Dee. And yes, like, spending time is currency. I mean, that's kind of what I've always thought money is anyway, which is why I've been flippant with it, because I want to be happy, not worried about money all the time.
Well, again, like, that's how it's always worked. You give them time, they give you money. They just cut out that trivial part in the middle, the money.
But going to the rich people town, and they notice that you run everywhere because you're like worried about
you eat too quickly.
You eat too quickly.
How do you live like this after they sleep through the night? Like, we don't normally sleep this much. So these movies have some really good points. I mean, we should. I don't know how far behind Ryan is going to be. He said no later than 10, but we've been there before.
But man, like 4 depressing dystopias.
Yeah, we don't seem to. None of these movies give a good.
They kind of end sometimes happy, but it's unrealistic. And
yeah, like, okay, so I guess we can just start with the one that started it off, right? Well, we'll start talking about Ready Player One. Until Ryan gets here. Ready Player One.
Filmed in Detroit or in Chicago?
Detroit.
Okay.
Most likely Detroit.
Real setting.
Oh, welcome, Call Me Nod. Corey Trevor.
What's up, Leahy? How's it going? Thanks
Pleasure
for
to
coming
have
by,
you.
man.
So yeah, the first film we're going to talk about is
The 4 dystopian movies we picked.
Corey is my Corey Trevor is my spirit animal. Corey is the great spirit animal. So again, this movie, even if you are looking at the gaming side of it and all the really fun pop culture references, it is really fun. But the whole point was we're supposed to be looking at the world outside there. And like just the way they open it up in there, they're putting all this happy music over his little jaunt down his hellish landscape that morning, like he's a superhero having just a good day.
Oh yeah, and some of those higher up levels, you see elderly people. You're like, how do they get up or down in this horrible?
A drone drops off. You saw a drone drops off their food, and they don't leave their house. They go into the oasis, and that's all they ever need.
And it's just like supposedly portraying a happy future somehow.
It is not. Oh my god! Thank you so much for resubscribing. You are now our longest subscription, I'm pretty sure.
Subscriber. Thanks, man. That's awesome. Really
appreciate that.
That's great. Oh, I've got to do a bong hit for that.
Oh yeah, we definitely we got to do a bong hit for a subscription.
Thank you, Leahy. That's awesome, man. But yes, this is the stream you don't want to watch because it's just nightmarish everything. And lots of Matt Damon. We realized we're going to talk a lot about Matt Damon.
The only way we can make this at all with any levity is if we focused a little bit on how awful Matt Damon is as a human being in real life.
I'm not sure I can say that definitively, but
so
like from the outside looking in, there's some stuff that makes him look a little bad.
They checked every box they had to in Ready Player One right away with from the horrifically abusive stepdad or step uncle, like all of the tropes were there. Oh, we've been
Slub Chub.
we now have that James guy in two. It's that James guy in stereo.
He traversed the multiverse from YouTube to Twitch.
I crossed, much like Doctor Strange, who we went to see again last night
In 3D. It was awesome.
and you stayed awake.
I didn't take any edibles, and I was conscious the whole movie, and I really liked it. And I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie ever, but one of the better Marvel ones for sure.
I mean,
For Phase 4.
yeah, okay. So I felt it was. I'm not going to give anything away just because we just jumped over to it really quickly. We're going to have to every once in a while, like just talk about multiverse or something happy. But I felt like it had similar vibes to Spider-Man,
Yeah.
without all the member berries. And like, hey, here's a couple new characters. Here's a couple new things. Here's a couple new ideas.
You're right. There wasn't member berries.
Yeah. So besides, like, hey, do you remember that you had kids? Good. You need to for the story. Not, hey, I was in a movie once. Like,
Yeah, this all felt like it was telling new story. I'm like, thank goodness. Like, it's just not going back or talking about the same things over and over.
So James is doing a chocolate time while we do a bongo time. So what we're talking about, James, because I'm not sure if you heard this story, but he did a bunch of edibles before Multiverse of Madness 2 weeks ago, opening weekend, and passed out. Not passed out, like with active eyes, missed the entire film.
The lights were on. No one was home.
It was
I was in
amazing.
La La Land.
Bongo time.
But seeing Multiverse of Madness last night was really good.
But it was pretty Raimi-fied, and maybe Raimi doesn't have any real tricks left,
It
and
felt
he's
like
just using.
It felt like another Evil Dead movie.
And in that way, like the member berries were to those that like his directorial choices, not.
It was member berries that way. You know what? I'm totally wrong because it felt like Evil Dead. Yeah.
And Drag Me to Hell and the Dark Horse. No, the Dark. I forget what it's called.
Raimi was constrained, needed more Raimi. There was enough that wasn't Raimi. Some cores. I don't even know what that is.
Edibles. Yeah, I like edibles. I don't pass out in movies. Okay, bongo time.
Man, I've already had like 6, I feel like.
Well, we gave them like 3 different ways to call bongo time, and that's our fault. With shop or channel points, and with emotes, channel points, and just typing it.
Already feeling pretty high is what I'm saying.
Okay, this
The show's barely started. And that one's dead too. We have dead lighters everywhere. It's a sign that
throw it in a cup.
I always just accumulate a pile of like 10 dead lighters and then get frustrated enough to throw them all out.
Raimi was constrained when he did whatever he wanted. He remade 4 of his movies all in one.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about spoilers. Just that we liked it and it felt like a Raimi movie.
Yeah. I won't break major storyline stuff.
We're waiting a couple weeks to talk about what was in it.
We usually wait till something digital comes out, whether it be a real quality one on the high seas or Disney actually releases it.
Yep.
Oh, what we usually get. It's funny because
we were big when the show started.
Yeah, like recently, I'll pack a bowl at like 20 minutes before I'll smoke it, and then like at 15 minutes before, I'm like, I can probably wait 15 minutes, but then I'll grab the bong again at like 10 minutes. Wait, no, I'm waiting, and then at 5, like, fuck, man, like just wait 2 minutes, you're good.
And all the time when we take breaks, that's when Ryan will hit it pretty hard.
Oh my god, Ryan does a bong almost every time we go to something else. It's like, why are you doing that?
Do it on air, man. It's awesome.
You do it too. We all do.
Yeah, it's true. I can't call him out too much for that. I mean, Ryan is down here smoking, staring at chat.
He should be here at some point.
So, Ryan, are you going to pop up soon? Okay, he said at some point, yeah.
Back to Ready Player One.
I was going to say Moon Knight.
So this kid, like, my first major, like the first time I was taken out of the movie because I thought something really stupid took place is when he went shopping. Like, okay, he wins the challenge on his knowledge. He wins the challenge.
Spending a third of his money on...
Yes, like literally exactly a third. 33 point, I think it was like 33,999. So he spends 34,000, a third of his money, on a new techno suit. And I get it, it works well, but like he did all this with busted ass shitty equipment. He didn't like. He could have bought food. He could have better protected himself in the real world, and it does show a.
Here's an achievement from a video game for driving backwards.
What year?
This one was like 2017, so it was still after. But there's
so
endless.
The
this
book was written in 2010, released in 2011. So if we're going on the book, as this is part of the book as well.
I used to do it in Mario Kart, drive backwards.
But had it been an achievement yet? You can't win riding backwards in Mario Kart.
Oh, I know what you're saying there.
So when was the first time that you can win using it? And it might be after. It might be after 2010. And if it was based on this game. If it wasn't, the game took it from there.
But everyone and their brother that plays video games knows you. Somebody tries to drive backwards and just see what happens.
Could be from this book.
No, I did it as a kid.
True.
Everyone does. Chores.
we probably should have got that from that, but
no. We're
like pretty stoned.
Books, yeah.
So doing chores, we got it.
He was doing chores.
So this idiot kid, like he spent like $50,000 or $60,000 in like 2 seconds.
Don't you think this is like an NFL or NBA freshly signed athlete?
Oh, no! It's funny though, because when you get 100,000 coins in a game, like you kill something and that's your bounty in World of Warcraft, and you're new, you would go take that and you'd buy these things, but that's not supposed to be the entirety of that reality. He still has to maintain in this real world. And there's just no forethought for that whatsoever. So it just tore it pulled me entirely out of the movie, thinking he would buy that suit when it gives him no advantage, when this whole game has been won by the knowledge of the person.
But don't you think the average person is that ridiculous with their money sometimes?
I mean, yes, that's what I'm saying. Is that it shows.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about don't explain video games because the bounty in Warcraft, that's not how it works.
You get coins after killing
something. It's a drop.
Something.
It's not a bounty.
Oh my! Are you guys serious?
Oh, it matters. Yeah, everyone would be like, he doesn't play. That's not what you call it.
You're picking up shit from a dead person. And everyone cares about my semantics.
Yeah. Oh, the terminology is very important.
No, it's not. Not at all.
It shows your internet grandpa.
Sure.
Let's see some ducks.
Entirely irrelevant to the grand scheme.
James was calling you out for it too.
Oh, I'm leaving it up. I got it. But I mean, my point wasn't explaining the video game. It was explaining that they're mirroring that over real life. And that's actually where we're headed right now.
You're right. I'm nitpicking on pedantic, silly details.
You know what you got for that? You got some. And we are back. Ryan has joined us. Welcome, Ryan. How are you this evening?
Pretty good.
Oh, look at that. You got a bongo time right away.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for joining us, Ryan.
Thanks for the bongo time. That Jim say. Oh, we might need some weed in it.
Are you ready to have a staring contest with chat? Do you think
I
your
might
odds are
have
good
some
today?
edibles on the way over.
And yes, I inner grandpa. Are you saying my inner grandpa showing? I'm kidding. Yeah, no, that's what Zach calls me. It's rather hurtful. I identify as an internet younging, but
And there's nothing in World of Warcraft that drops 100,000 coins. Gold. Sorry, I can't help it. I've played for like 3 years. That's my life.
I get that, but it's still just like every other RPG on the planet.
Oh, don't say that. That's sacrilege.
It is. That's why I liked it. It's like
the
all the
best of them
classic
all.
RPGs.
It's possibly the best video game, that or Factorial, that I've ever played in my life.
Swamp weed.
Or maybe Minecraft.
Yes, he is finally up from
Yeah.
under the table.
We just didn't want to show him popping out.
Yeah, it's like giving
How's it
birth.
going,
It's
everyone?
really unsettling, and you don't want to see how the pudding's made. I don't know. I got called out for not knowing any terms ever. Do you want to play Valheim with James tonight?
I do want to play Valheim. It's just, I always get home so late on the streaming nights. But yes, I will totally get into Valheim with you. There's a few friends I have that play it.
That's a Ready Player One.
And Moon Knight.
Right. What do you think of Ready Player One?
It was a good movie. No. Oh no, I liked it. One of my favorites. Just because it reminds me of like all the Easter eggs that were the first video games that came out.
The nostalgia, the member berries.
Yeah, the member areas, I guess, was a good movie. But yeah, I guess we're not talking about talking about it in the context tonight. Yeah, it's a pretty sad world. I guess people living in poverty and being forced to play video games just to survive.
What did you think about the loyalty centers?
It reminded me of the Amazon fulfillment centers that are to come.
Welcome, Scotty Mags.
Welcome. And you convinced them by saying it's good.
Oh,
Thank
thanks
you
for
for the
smoking
follow.
along.
Thanks for the follow. Yeah, very convincing argument. But man, such depressing movies we picked this week. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Like dystopian, and even though you started out with your review like, oh, I like it. It's like all these member berries, but yeah, they live in poverty and their lifestyle.
Yeah, like when they pile up like that. Like if you watch a comedy in between any one of these, I'm sure it's palatable. But man, I watched some of these back to back and then rewatched. Well, it's again, yeah. Thank you for following along. And welcome, Stay Lifted, Leahy. Oh, thank you very much, James.
Oh man,
We appreciate
thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Bongo time for James.
Yeah, gotta hit one for
Time.
James.
Because he hasn't already called like 30 tonight.
At least chat's keeping us away from the crushing dystopian future we're all in store,
I was just thinking
as
that.
demonstrated by these movies.
Well, I mean,
Step by step, they're like, here's how you'll get to.
what if none of this chat's even real and it's just the AI hitting our dopamine buttons for us?
Yeah.
So that we stop talking. See, that we can't even keep on the topic of the dystopian future because the AI just keeps tricking us into.
It scrambled our brains. And
Yep.
made us lose attention span.
No. This is
More
not
balls.
This is not the Marbles channel.
More balls.
Okay, why not? I'll hit a bongo time. Okay, we're gonna group these two together because. Right, you got a bongo time.
Oh.
I mean, I'm still impressed by Ryan's review that it's good. I actually don't really like this movie just because they get a lot of programming stuff wrong, like the details if you're a nerd, but
They got all the pop culture references right.
they did, yeah. But it's just frustrating when it's like, come on, just get a programmer to tighten some stuff up on the show.
Yes, part of the sub club now.
With the slub chub.
We have another guest joining us in a little bit, and then we can definitely bring you on.
Dee Dee?
Oh,
Man,
Wow.
thank you for the subscription.
Oh, thank you.
No, call me not gifted.
Oh, gifted.
DD Maria subscription. At least that part's working right now.
Oh, man, thank you,
but I will
thank
send
you.
you a link in a little bit and bring you in for
I
sure.
don't even know how to read the letters. I'm not stoked.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much, lady. Man, that's awesome. DD Mary?
Did I say no? I didn't say Mary, did I? Did someone say Mary?
Oh.
Who's
Goat?
Goat?
Goat versus fish? Celebration for goat.
I think that's like our first gift sub. That's awesome. Was that 3 months? Wow,
What?
that's
Did I miss
so
that too?
insane.
Man. Thank
Oh
you.
no, there was a gift sub on the 3-day stream too. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
And for that, we're definitely going to do, well, as James is suggesting, as that James guy is suggesting, we're going to do a Bongo Time.
Do you mind if I
3
do
months.
a dab?
Oh my God, it's such a better idea.
Right?
Oh, it's dab time, people.
Dab time.
No, you can do a bong. You got to catch up. You're late.
We'll try and forget these 4 dystopian nightmares.
Well, you're going to run chat for a minute, and then we're going to get to talking about them.
Andrea. Bongo.
You're going to run chat for a minute, and I'm going to get dabs ready.
Oh, Goat vs. Fish did call her Mary.
Did you Mary?
Well,
And along came Mary.
I mean,
Y'all got me singing and shit.
speaking of, here we go.
Okay.
That's not what I meant to
The
hit at all.
internet's gone to his head.
That's not at all.
Let's see who's in the verses. Let's see who's in the verses. Last Mojo in the verses. Gutter Mofo in the verses. Last Mojo in the verses, feeling hot, hot, hot. Gutter Mofo feeling hot, hot, hot. Hazy Half Moon feeling hot, hot, hot. Tyrus 4191 hot, hot. Hazy Half Moon, are you goat or fish? Feeling hot, hot, hot in the verses. Zazzy Laws, Celebration, Twerking Shark Fish. Krug's in the verses, hot, hot, hot.
That dude is so crazy.
But he sang about me and Gutter Mofo, who's not here, but another viewer of the show.
Very nice.
So,
Random Goat vs. Fish is the best I've heard, especially if you don't know who he is. Thank you very much.
he's interesting. No, clean. Everything's clean. I spent the part of the afternoon cleaning all the rigs, burning everything out. Ryan, what was your favorite scene in Ready Player One?
Favorite scene? Probably like at the end when all the characters are attacking and you had all like video game characters that you grew up with and stuff. Like cameos and stuff. That was pretty cool.
So, all your favorite parts, the member berries.
Remember Barry's wins.
I mean, this movie really is just member berry extreme.
The world is over and member berries.
But at the same time, it's kind of the distillation of what we experience now with everything being reboots or sequels or like rehashing the same things over and over.
Well, that's what I kind of realized today is that 3 of these films are the exact same story. Yeah, it's just the story of Percival.
Yeah.
And one just has the balls to say, "Hey, I'm telling you the story of Percival," by calling the character Percival.
And speaking of Darth Vader, I heard someone say
Got me stuck in
that,
That's so many.
Star Wars is just something else now. Just like, oh, it's the new NCIS season. Like, it's not a big deal anymore. It's just another product. Because they just had so much crap with it. James is talking with himself.
Yes. He's having a full cup. Oh, he's too much.
Didi has the goat versus fish emotes.
Such an underrated comedian.
Goat versus fish, I agree.
No, I meant that James guy, but
I know who you.
yes, we see now. I just get lost in talking in the chat. So as I skip, Ryan's still winning staring contest. Wait. I don't think anyone should live vicariously through us. All we do is smoke weed.
Don't worry, this will be the last time we have us flipping through chat. I think we're switching things so we can have it on screen.
Yes, that's gonna auto go through stream. But I also like to. I know I can't. And now
But you do it obsessively. And...
I know. I have to get up and get it. I will. All right. All right,
I don't know why we had random ducks. Well, I kind of do.
Yeah, everything's getting all weird here. But we're going to get right back on track and talk about Ready Player One
For the 18th time.
I know.
Didn't we do this with the last thing too?
Yes, it's getting worse and worse, which is why we're switching all of our program to do all of this automatically and not hold us so much to getting obsessive about having to click through it. Every one of these movies seem to have their own Bezos or Musk character.
Or Zuckerberg, yeah, like the billionaire asshole that owns everything.
The one in Ready Player One, the one thing I found really interesting about Elysium and Ready Player One is the factory scenes. Like where he's literally just looking down on everybody. Everywhere he goes, he has to have security with him. Like both of these CEOs. And my real question in the world is why don't they feel that threatened? Like we have Saturday Night Live do they're such a stinker skits with like making fun of them for peeing in bottles, and then the 6 o'clock news praises them for taking Shatner to space.
Yeah.
Like this man has not achieved his money in a fair or an insignificant way.
And they just treat everyone evil. Like cattle. It's so depressing.
So yeah, I'm getting excited again. Like as soon as I stop talking, I'm like, I might as well read this while you talk.
Nice jumps.
Is he asking for his boobs?
Yes.
Oh.
Asking for Didi.
All right. Well, that got weird really quick in chat. I'm going to smoke this bong and keep talking about Ready Player One, which is already packed because we did dabs instead.
The world in time seemed at least better than the one in Ready Player One. Except
comparatively, how?
Just things were nicer. It wasn't all garbage dumps everywhere.
Wait, where's my poster for In Time? There it is. Okay, so the premise of In Time is that you last till 25. You'll never age another day, creating a whole bunch of fucking weird edible and fucking electric complexes, I'm sure.
Yeah,
because you hit 25 and your mom is, and your daughter, like when he introduces his mom, his wife, and his daughter, and they're all identical looking, like that's weird.
This movie, I'm noticing Hollywood has these weird things because too, when Justin Timberlake you see his mom, she's a hot chick the same age as him, and they're all like, "I love you" and kissing, and it's like, who's putting this in? Why wouldn't you just have a dad character the same age, and then you can just avoid all the weirdness? And it's just they kept showing stuff like that, like the daughter, the wife, and whatever sister, same age, looking the same.
Yeah, either the director was trying to make a point about
all these Hollywood
and the rich, or he's got some weird feelings inside he's dealing with himself.
I'm noticing a pattern throughout our movie picks that you get these sporadic weirdos putting their fantasy kinks into their movies somehow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it a fantasy kink or him literally warning us, like, hey, this is how the rich are? Like, think about England going back a couple hundred years. Like, they started to inbreed so bad that, like,
It's just weird.
yeah, princes were born like
Yeah.
invalids.
It's just weird when you notice it in the movie.
Yeah, so it seems like every version of the ultra rich are inevitably going to get that way, is what they're
And
trying to say.
Timberlake's girlfriend in the movie, they made her look like she was 17. I'm sorry, that wasn't a 25-year-old looking.
That's specifically for you, Swampweed.
It's just weird.
Swamp weed time, everyone. Get your swamp weed. If you don't know what it is, it's mixing 3 kinds of weed together. Little spillage there. It happens from time to time. But we're gonna pack another full bowl full of swamp weed. 3 kinds of weed mixed together. Here we go. They get you fucked up. All kinds of high.
That was a PSA from Wake and Bake with Ryan Pearson.
He shifted his focus to this dimension and gave us that.
Oh.
Pearls of wisdom.
Welcome back, Gutter Mofo.
Gunnar, hey.
See, we got like 5-minute periods of actual conversation, quick stop, then bring us back around. I think I'm figuring out our patterns.
I'm gonna hit a bong for Gutter. Welcome, Gutter. We're talking about nightmarish dystopian movies. It's all very depressing.
And Kevin's here.
Hey.
Kevin.
All right. Well, for those that
Welcome.
are just joining in, I guess we'll go to the top and just let you know what we're talking about tonight. Wall-E, Elysium, In Time, and Ready Player One.
Or why humanity is doomed.
These horrific movies and the futures that they describe got picked because I just wanted to talk about the horrible world in Ready Player One that no one ever talks about. They just talk about how cool the game is. So here we are, and that's what we're talking about now.
And it's it was a horrible mistake picking these depressing.
They
movies.
definitely stack up a certain level of existential dread, and but I mean they also they also just further concrete my nihilism.
Nice panties.
Who's got panties?
I don't even know what's going on.
Neither do I. That's why I just click on it and oh, okay, they're having. And then that's the other thing. Sometimes chat just has a conversation on their own, and I end up.
You
getting
still
caught
have
in
to
that.
click through it.
Yeah, I end up getting caught in it myself.
Yeah, we need an auto roll.
Well, we are trading software. We just didn't
Oh,
want to
that's
demo it live, although that would kind of fit our channel.
Oh, we'd be down.
Just
Okay.
getting stoned and trying to demo stuff live. So the fulfillment center or the loyalty center. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that on purpose. Just they're very similar.
Bezos' wet dream.
Oh, I know. Like for him to control, for that CEO to control debt at a criminal level, that is every credit card company's dream.
Oh, there's this guy that finally got out of jail. He was considered the first corporate jailing in the world because it was Exxon in Brazil, and he helped them sue, and some sham of a court threw him in jail through the American system. It's horrible. But yes, we're getting there. These movies are showing the future. We're all doomed.
I think that's it. Listen, every description of these films lead to the exact same answer that if they're right, we are doomed.
Except Justin Timberlake will save us with a gun at the end of the movie.
No, but like the problem is that the really rich dude, the really old rich white dude, he's right. We've broken free of this structure many times in the history of man, and then just sink right back into it. And here we are at the precipice of late stage capitalism,
Global domination.
yeah, like
Species
all.
extinction.
Oh wow! Thank you, Corey. That's amazing.
Thank you.
We're talking about the end of the
Right.
world, and he's like, "I'll give him a sub."
Somebody,
Yeah, like I can't believe
Zach, you gotta hit a
to
button.
be
for
one of
that.
our highest some days, and we're just like the most depressing shit.
Hey, Zach, Bongo Time?
All right, I got to do it for stay with.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to throw up a bongo time for stay with the lady.
We're like, yeah, humanity's doomed. Subscription. I'm on board with that. I vote yes.
Thanks for the bongo times, everyone. And here's some more swamp weed.
Gutter Mofo redeemed. Yeah, he's going crazy with them. With redemptions. And we're missing them all because we're too high.
Oh, we we just did a big bongo time there, and I'm going to do another bongo time here for all the redemptions, which those will start popping up as well.
Leahy's lost his mind as well. He's talking to himself. At least we're having a good time while the Titanic's going down.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, you and I talked last night before we went to the movie, and I brought up to you, like, we can't talk about these movies and we can't talk about Ready Player One without talking about what we do here and what this is and where this and the metaverse put together lead. Like,
you're talking about being on Twitch and streaming and
yeah,
watching
like
people all the time.
Yeah, like, and the natural progression of this is to the metaverse next, where we'll have board meetings with everybody's avatars at the same time, and we'll hang out in games. And
Where's my Wally chair?
Exactly. Or at least where's now I have to have better equipment to hang out with you guys, right? Because some people in chat can afford all the new stuff, some can't. So
I want my Sushi Dragon gear.
Yeah, now there'll be a divide in where we can hang out, but we all love hanging out. So, I'll take a little bit of debt to the company we do this for.
And from in time, you can give, here's an hour of my life.
And now take a step back to WoW, when there was like
World of Warcraft.
Yes, people mining nonstop, or other games where that takes place overseas, where they're like just generating wealth inside a game for people, or you know what I mean? Like,
I used to say some pretty mean things to some of the gold miners.
So, I mean, so now apply like
Ryan does say
that to this, except now you'll do that for a company. Now you'll owe a company money for your IOI suit that you need to play the fucking game. Or I need to come hang out with you guys. Like, I'll need this equipment. And now I'll end up in a center mining gold nonstop to pay off that debt. Like, this is a genuine possibility for the future of Ready Player One. Maybe more like, yeah, it's very scary future.
And then you can combine that with Elysium, where everything's. I agree, Decentraland. Well, it's also a cryptocurrency, but also just the idea of decentralization and not having all power concentrated like what seems to be happening. And these movies portray and seems to be on their way.
To the one global company, Globodyne. Yeah, that's pretty much where. Sushi. Sushi Dragon, right?
Quality content. I watched Sushi Dragon. I told you he got gifted a 3D printer, like a really nice one.
That's cool.
And all he has to do is write about his experiences with it as he learns it and what he does with it.
I used to help decide once in a while who got stuff like that, like through my company sending technology out to.
This was a university grant.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like universities' money.
And I was watching how much gear he wears on his harness. Like, yeah, he's wearing tens of grand's worth of stuff. And it's awesome. Like, it's really fun, the stuff he does.
Until his fans want to do it too. And they take the debt and they end up in the fulfillment centers. I mean, loyalty centers.
The way he was talking, I realized, I thought he was really rich. No, he seems to be struggling a bit on some stuff. I think he's just spending all his money on every cool piece of gear he can.
So he'll end up in the loyalty centers also.
Or he'll just keep getting bigger and be able to afford it. I like him.
I agree. I think he's interesting.
Yeah, like he's done, and he's collaborated, and Fantastic Plastics just did something with him. And yeah, that's.
And they'll soon all meet in the metaverse.
And then last Halloween, Sabrina dressed as him for the show and like wore an iPad, and it was really funny.
Oh right, yeah, you told me about that.
Oh, me too. I bought the killer pack, Corey. I bought the Dead by Dead Daylight killer pack. and the Survivor pack.
So he wants you to make that shirt.
All right.
Kevin wants a shirt. So as you talk about like exactly what we're warning in here, the expansion of all these things.
We're living in the digital world and spending money there just to look different. Like every game out of 20 on one character. We're like, here, Bezos or whoever, right? Like, it's all some rich guy at the end getting it that doesn't deserve it.
I still haven't spent extra money in a game. Like I said, the only DLC I've ever gotten, you bought me.
You talked about buying bits for Twitch.
Yes. That's because there's certain channels that I think their work deserves it. You know, every time I used to go to a Jays game or a Leafs game, I'd drop my car off at Yorkdale Mall, and I'd jump on the train, and I'd get change for like a 50, and for anybody busking, I'd drop money because they're actually working for it, and they're you know, it didn't matter what their story was about what they were going to do with it. They were presenting a service that I enjoyed, so I always made sure I had money to drop off with all the buskers. So yeah, Twitch is just kind of a natural progression on that.
Gunner.
Thank you.
Gunner cheered a bit. Thank you, Gunner.
We get really lost in conversations.
I don't know if that's deep or silly, but it sounds important.
It's both, and that's the best thing we can. Well, thank you very much, sir.
All right.
We are having a good time.
I think,
And we may have to take a few second break, and
It's a bongo party.
yeah,
we'll be back in a few seconds. Not too long.
not too long at all. Actually, here's a new music video that
Well, it will be a
He's
while
in.
then.
I try myself insane with 40 questions and no answers for them all in my own strength. My nemesis is me, and I always seem to make life harder than it has to be. Glass half empty and my pockets are light. We all had lives and we live to survive. Same can't sing every night. Nobody gets out of life alive. So I shut my mouth and let the guitar string do the talking for me with a lonely drum. Never stop to wonder why the cage birds sing. I can care less if tomorrow don't come. Sink or swim, I really don't care if my ship comes in. I hope the tide would take me and the ocean would swallow me whole. Glass half empty and my pockets are light. We all hide lives and we live to survive. Stand and sing every night, but nobody gets out of life alive. So I shut my mouth and let the guitar string do the talking for me with a lonely strum. Never stop to wonder why the cage would sing. I can care less if tomorrow don't come. Glass half empty and my pockets are light. We all hide lives and we live to survive. Stand and sing every night, but nobody gets out of life alive. So I shut my mouth and let the guitar string do the talking for me with a lonely drum. Never stop to wonder why the cage birds sing. I can care less if tomorrow don't come.
Welcome back. We are joined. Right, yeah. Right. Come. Slide in just a little bit. Your face will come there. We are joined by Drew. 3X. Soon to be stay lifted Drew. No, I'm kidding.
Welcome, Drew.
We just had a Scotty, thanks for subscribing. That's
Thank you,
amazing.
Scotty.
So we'll do a bongo time for a sub there.
Thank you so much, man. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
And welcome, Beef Nip. Saw you're here too, man. Thanks for coming by.
Bongo time. You ready for this bongo time, sir?
All right, that one's
Yeah. All right, let's go.
that's better.
Sure, yeah.
Oh no, I need it between us. There we go. Now it's in no one's face.
Oh, it was Beef Nips that gifted those subs. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Beef Nips. Holy crap, in 3 months. Man, I don't know how to read these event lists. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, we're
Beef Nips, that's crazy, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just saying that my brother's pretty sick.
we're getting a bunch of people subscribing today. It's and we've got like the darkest, weird, like the most horrible topics.
Dystopian, awful movies.
Ryan's like,
Yes.
no, they will not see your face. But yes, thank you for everybody that's
Drew, did you see any hope in these movies?
No, I'll be honest.
oh thank you.
No.
Cutter Mofo throwing the bets. Thanks, Cutter.
No.
Right.
But like, and that's what like sucks because it's like it's a lot more. You don't really think about how close it is to reality until like down. Like it's just like yeah, hope is fleeting.
At best.
Yeah,
Like, this
Um,
stream's going to be so good.
crazy. Yeah.
Take old biddies.
Big bitty bop.
Nice.
We'll try not to.
We're so bad at this, we're not even really sure how to redeem later.
Didi gave us a bit as well. Thank you, Didi.
Aw,
you.
thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Yes.
For all the
I ruined
hope.
it though. I ruined the eyes. By trying to clean it, it sucks. And it's like bent now. Just trying to...
And see, with these movies too, everything's through the computers, and here we are getting bits and digital currency, just like the future movie dystopias are showing.
Yeah.
And that's where we keep coming back to. It's like we've got a.
Oh yeah, Leahy's been asking. He wants a high quality version of it.
Oh right, remind me at the end of the stream, and I'll send it to you.
But
via
personally,
that.
I think our emojis kind of suck. We need colorful, better.
We do.
things.
I remember we were talking about it last night. You were supposed to send me. Did you send them to me?
No.
Okay, we'll see. I kind of had them ready. I was on the ball. I reorganized everything. I rewired everything. I was in. I made new. Oh wait, I haven't shown our graphics yet tonight.
It's because we were at Multiverse of Madness. That's why.
Oh right.
That's why I've
But
seen
we
it.
have new graphics because I always forget to put up.
And then
It's a great movie, by the way. That's a great movie. That's a great
Oh,
movie.
there we go.
Liquid Chrome sponsor.
Our sponsor,
And our other sponsor, Mad Dab Labs. Check them out at maddablabs.com.
Madab Labs.
Mad Dab Labs.
yeah,
And not to be confused with Mad Libs. It's,
Oh, I used to love those things.
Me too. We should get our own custom Mad Libs.
Yeah, but when you're an adult, they always turn out really dirty.
Of course, we should send them out to our fans. And anyways,
I'm ready.
so
Are you?
now I want to talk about how we're not only destroying ourselves with e-commerce and late stage capitalism, we should also talk about how we're destroying the planet environmentally. So you have children. How do you feel about letting them see this? Thanks for smoking along with us. We appreciate that.
I'll be honest. I don't think I have let them watch it, to be honest.
Like,
I feel like it's like too sad, so it's kind of hard to watch with them because it's like, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's sad. It's sad, and it's like the realization is like, you know, like they don't understand because they are kids, but at the same time, like they realize it is sad, but they don't know why it's sad, you know.
so do you also not let them watch it because there's a whole bunch of cannibalism in it? Because that is a 700-year
Yeah.
flight, and they are impressed by one fucking plant. So, I mean, they clearly don't have plants on board.
Yeah.
So there's no waste when he's in the garbage. It's all just metal scrap. They are recycling something.
Again.
We're getting sidetracked.
Yes. So yeah, Wall-E is all about cannibalism and environmentalism. It is. There's no way around it. They're drinking human Slurpees.
Gurpy Slurpees.
They are like there's no two ways about it. That there's no other food source. They aren't like they could gas up,
It's
fuel
so-
up so other many ways in space to get stuff except for something to eat.
It's Soylent Green. Soylent Green is made out of people.
Yes. Unless like there's
Whoa.
the train, there's the Snowpiercer thing, but no, it would not produce enough for the amount
Well,
of.
they ate people on Snowpiercer train, right?
No, they ate bugs that were compressed into.
I thought there was at some point they were, or maybe.
Oh
that's a
right,
fan
they might have
theory.
been feeding humans out too. Yeah,
You
but
will
then
eat,
you think they wouldn't waste so many limbs out the train door.
you will eat the bugs.
Well, I don't know. If you watch the actual series, it's a bit.
Oh, the series sucked.
bit
Well, I mean, I tried to watch the first episode and it wasn't as good as the movie right away, and I went, I'm out.
I watched the whole thing.
Thanks again for the follow notice, Turiel.
So are we talking about Wall-E? Yes. Everyone should watch Wall-E. Because don't get me wrong, there's a really cute story in there. It's somehow a sequel to Short Circuit.
It shows this future of humans where they just get fatter and lazier and have everything provided by their chairs.
And it's disturbing. And
Larry discovered they're eating humans.
well, I give that to Matt Pat.
Apparently, people taste like chicken.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Green is the new blue, though.
don't get me wrong. The first
Wally
time I
was
watched
bad.
Wall-E, I didn't even catch the subtext. It was just a really cute kids movie. And then I watched it a second time, and I'm like, wait, like something felt a little off, but it like the reality of how bad it really wasn't there. It was just about Wall-E going around collecting garbage.
And then you showed me a couple new episodes of Love, Sex, and Robots new season. And it's again dystopian nightmares about the future.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd all be here right before so we watch the first 11-minute episode and talk about it because it's fucking hilarious and epic. I mean, we could turn YouTube off for 11 minutes and watch it, but we are definitely going to get flagged by YouTube.
Go
if we
watch
turn it
Love,
on.
Sex, and Robots new season.
The first episode, you know the three science robots?
Yeah.
They start off with them again, and it's just like I can't wreck anything by telling you. You figure it right away, but they just talk about all our different ways of survival and how they're not going to work. And it's just awesome.
We're just fossils.
Yeah. And it's really, really funny. So everyone go watch Love, Death, and Robots.
That's a great show.
Love, Sex, and Robots.
No.
Isn't it?
Love, Death, and Robots.
Is it
Heart,
Love, Death?
X, Robot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought sex was in the name too for some reason, but that could just be our boy.
It's the Mandela effect.
No, I think that's just our
sex in it, though.
reptile brain going. There's a lot of fucking in this show.
Yeah, there is.
There is.
But there's some sex in it, though. So it's not like it's totally 100%
Yeah.
incorrect. It's just.
No humans for Dee Dee. No human meat.
So Wall-E,
Short Circuit 5 or whatever. It would be.
7. I think there is 5 short circuits. No, that can't be right. 3? Do you remember Short Circuit? Be right back, Andy.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, well, look at him.
He looks like
The
Short
eyes.
Circuit.
How are you now?
No, like I think that's just member berries and Disney Pixar going. I bet you if we because they own Disney
I'm putting
owns
2 and 2 together now. Okay.
Short Circuit, so they
Okay.
probably just went member berries.
He looks like
Wow, I
Clippy.
did not realize that.
Yeah.
Who's Clippy?
What?
The paperclip from
Clippy, the paperclip
Microsoft.
from
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, yeah.
I was like,
Robot
Clippy.
Sex and Candy. That's not. Is it?
No. it's
I
definitely-
smell sex and candy.
Definitely not candy.
No, I gotta look it up.
It's definitely
Love,
not candy.
death, and
It's
robots.
definitely not candy. It's definitely robots.
For sure.
So we already talked about Ready Player One. Anything? What is your opinion on this?
I liked it.
Love, Death, and Robots.
Yes.
Coleman out here was trolling me. I made me doubt myself. Mandela effect and all. Everything's Mandela effect now.
Oh yeah.
Ready Player One, great movie. I liked it.
Now,
It was pretty fucked up though. So,
yeah, we were like,
the reality is probably pretty fucked up, but when you're in it, it's great. It's amazing. You know.
I've been this close to buying the Oculus, and maybe I just should.
and see, like your my fear with you is that
I'll just disappear.
you'll be like, oh, there's a place where they just stack up the houses and you can live very meagerly and be in there. I'll go there. And you'll be like, that's a great thing. This is a great idea. I want to go live here.
I'm one of the
And I'll send you a link to this movie every day. You're like, what are you talking about? I'm just happy and like you. This would be your blinder.
Right.
Have you heard the new Mandela effect? That if you believe it's there's a difference between chickenpox and monkeypox. So one's from one universe and one's from the other.
No, I'm pretty sure they're both in this one.
So what you're saying is they've crossed.
Is Ryan the one that just brought up something that I would normally get cut? Like, God
Really?
damn.
Really?
You're sneaking in topics now?
He's just talking about the money pot.
So the fulfillment centers in Ready Player One, I mean loyalty centers. A whole bunch of entendres going on tonight.
Give me my Wally chair.
Oh yeah.
So we have to move on to other films as we go. Elysium, and I wanted everyone here because
You seen this one?
I watched Elysium 3 times.
This is interesting.
And it just got sadder every time I watch it, but the plot
Right,
holes
the
stack
boys
up
or
every time you watch
Yes.
it. Yes.
The
Okay,
boys.
sorry.
Don't say what.
Just talking about The Boys season 3. Excited for it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Are you guys watching VNN?
No more dystopian
Okay.
talk. Let's talk about the boys.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
That's dystopian.
No.
We'll talk about superheroes destroying the world instead of reality destroying the world.
But have you guys been watching VNN?
What?
Oh, the little.
How am I the YouTube channel?
Yeah, yeah,
that's,
yeah.
Broad
Oh,
News
yeah.
Network.
I didn't see the movie commercial thing yet though. Like I came up and I just didn't. I forgot to click on it.
I'm actually trying to stay away from details. All I've seen is the picture of his face.
Yeah. So yeah.
But
Homelander's like the
You
main
have to
whatever.
watch VNN because I think there's going to be character jumps in what they do, who they are. That you're going to be like, what the hell happened if you don't watch VNN?
Oh, okay. So,
Right, like because
a
look
couple
at
of them
look
I think
at
I missed,
Hugh,
so I'll
look
have
at
to catch
Dewey,
one.
right? Or Louis.
Yeah, now he's like fucking.
Yeah, like he works for a
CIA.
senator and
He's like,
shit.
yeah, he's like
and
fucking high up now.
so like you have to watch that stuff because it
Yeah,
I think it's gonna show some bridge work.
Makes sense.
No, I just want to keep talking about the boys.
The bread and circus portion.
Instead of our
What do you
dystopian
think-
nightmares,
what do you
we'll
think's
talk
gonna
about
happen in
current
season 3.
superhero shows.
Oh, Stormfront's dead. Stormfront's dead.
Yeah.
What?
Season 3.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Well,
Who's
she's
dead?
not-
Stormfront, the Nazi?
Yeah.
She's not dead. What?
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh, right. You haven't. I'm sorry. I'm fucking it up. No, you fucked up fucking MOM on me. So, yes. No, she's not.
She's not dead.
Oh, I know she's
I
not
think
dead
the
completely,
public
yeah.
likes her.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the boys.
Yes,
Watch
boys.
VNN. Like, it only
Boys.
takes. Okay. To catch up on all of the VNN things, it
Yeah.
only takes like 45 minutes.
Okay.
VNN's on YouTube.
Yes.
It's like
I can't believe I'm promoting for Prime and Prime's YouTube channel, but I mean,
It's the boys. You got to know what happens with Homelander. Like, what's he going to do?
and it'll stream directly to your helmet while you're in the fulfillment center.
Give me my Wally chair and
So the
Oculus.
boys gonna be interesting.
Oh.
For sure.
We're so screwed.
And then I can have my Coke IV drip.
Definitely.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Where? Okay, so Elysium, we're gonna get a little deeper into.
Yes.
Just because Zach brought a lot of material and I can't wait to talk about all of it. But first, let's set Elysium up. So essentially, Elysium is if all the rich people decide to live on a ring above the earth.
And it's a paradise with
Yeah.
magical technology.
Which
Yes.
again, I don't understand why none of this is just built on Earth. But, So they all live in these magical
People are
mansions.
going to space hotels in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course.
So they
of course. Space hotels.
It's already happening in 2025.
Well, here's Matt Damon's Miami beachfront house.
Oh, you mean this isn't one of the houses from Elysium?
I mean, it might have been. They might have actually even used it in the movie, but
So
Matt
whole
Damon talking about trying to strive to get to this magical paradise. It's like, dude, you're already there.
I'm sorry, who?
Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Bring on
So,
our tech oligarch leaders.
Also, welcome, Beef Nips. Sorry, I didn't see that you were here.
The immortal ones.
But as Matt Damon stars in a film about, essentially, I think the core of the film is not just social classism, but also having a two-tier medical system, and how that could be detrimental to the lower class at any given
It's
time.
the haves and have-nots.
Yeah, but
everything.
having such a focus on the med bays as the goal, and the clean air and stuff, it really Bongo Time in the redemption there.
Gutter Mofo war with the Bongo Times.
Noise.
And 2 bits. Didi just gave us 200% raise.
Well, thank you, Dee. I'm glad
That's
you
nice,
think we're
thank you,
doing well. So
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank you.
We're about to smoke some swamp weed.
now a little bit of irony. Let's hit this first for.
I can't wait for Zuckerberg to live forever and be in charge of stuff.
It's gonna be pretty crazy.
Yeah, my game from before is no longer funny.
Which game?
I used to always try. I believe that the billionaires of the world are using their influence to, hypothetically, a movie script I was thinking of doing involved the billionaires of the world using their influence to make governments bankrupt themselves, so they'd have to come in and use their money to buy them. And I always said, well, which country, which billionaire would you want to buy our country? And Zach's like, I'm not answering that.
There's no
There's no good in. I'm like, oh, let's just joke about it. You're like, haha, Musk is this way. And he's like, no, there's like, just flavor. No, you cannot joke about this. And now, like, no, you can't joke about this because we're way closer to that being a reality than anything. And Elysium really talks about that. And as Matt Damon stars in a film trying to bring awareness to that, he also owns this mansion.
Yep, that's one of Matt Damon's homes.
This one we already showed.
The Miami beachfront one. That's the old one he sold. He doesn't
The
have
old one. This was garbage to him.
I think he sold it for $20 million. Yeah.
This was thrown away at the curb. He
Beverly-
didn't like this house anymore.
Measly 20 million?
Yeah.
Oh.
Measly $20 million.
He probably just didn't like that pool had a bit of an angle to it. He was like, no, my pool should be square.
This is one. That was one of his.
Oh,
first
thank you.
homes.
And then
Thank you.
here is another one of his homes. Is that his daughter or his wife?
I believe that's his wife.
Oh, okay.
But after in time, who knows?
So,
Who knows?
we do have another video for Matt Damon.
Just need a shave and a haircut to go with this 2 bits.
Bruh, we can have some goddamn balls. What does Matt Damon say on that Bitcoin commercial? Fortune favors the brave. My dad said he listened to Matt Damon and lost all his money. Yes, everyone did, but they were brave in doing so.
So that's Matt Damon, and Zach will actually explain this next slide. Sorry, this is where we get really informational, just as a comedy relief, before we talk about how horrific Elysium is.
You might remember Matt Damon did a bunch of crypto.com commercials for Bitcoin.
Should I play the video again?
And they're that's the price of Bitcoin since then. And yeah, Matt Damon's out there losing everybody their crypto money. But I'm sure he got paid well. Probably in Bitcoin.
So
Matt Damon's taking everyone's money. Because he needs these mansions. Here's another one. Yeah, we showed that one. That's the one he's in now, I think. And
that's
like, come on.
These things are ridiculous.
He needs these houses, guys. Come on. It's mandatory. It's part of the whole celeb thing, right?
Are you sending out that link?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I'm not in charge of the link. What are these?
Oh, well, this.
So, okay. Well, we'll talk about the plot of Elysium. This was Zach's pick. Do you want to lay down the actual plot of Elysium?
Oh, it's just an unrealistic scenario where someone sneaks up from the Earth to the space station and tries to change the world and fix things, and that would never happen.
That no one would try and fix things?
That they'd be able to. It's so ridiculous, the idea that
the security, the anti-measures. Yeah.
you can't get to these billionaires
Like,
now.
they don't have any defenses on the ring. They have to shoot from the ground. Which, again, this is what I'm talking about. There's a whole bunch. But the general idea is that an impoverished man with a record gets
very sick.
The worst type of radiation poisoning you possibly can.
And his
to
boss
dead
is
in
like,
5 years, liquefied.
Yeah.
And here, take 5 pills, and now you can put a mech suit on and save the world.
And they're just trying to write him off as a cat, like, you know, an expense on their balance sheets.
Welcome back to both those James guys
from the 2 multiverses.
Nice.
Ryan's winning with chat right now, I would say.
Is he awake though? Oh yeah. We have
That's just Unreal 5 engine.
So after a few scenes, we see a plot to take over the ring, and then that plot diverges to 3 other coups that all end in a Iron Man fight.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Pretty
He
accurate.
rips
That's
the
not
head
pretty
off one
accurate.
of them.
That's pretty accurate.
Oh, the robot.
It's so ridiculous. Any robot would have instant aim, and you'd be dead the second they see you, and they wouldn't miss. And even if they did, they'd shoot like 20 bullets at once, never missing. Perfect math in a millisecond. Humans don't have a chance. And these are just real-world versions of things around him that we have no chance. And if you want to complain about it, talk to the guy on the left, because it'll be like a phone automated mess.
So how does that thing sense sarcasm, but not someone drawing on it? Like, come on. Why is there so much graffiti everywhere? Like, you even see people doing graffiti while they're about to do an operation. Like, what what do these directors think? Like,
I think it's just a message of people have just lost hope in everything and respect. Just
Do
gone
you think
crazy.
the Ultimate Terminator will get out?
Probably.
They already have them. That was pictures from Boston Dynamics stuff. Like, those robots are near reality. And whatever they're showing us, you can guarantee the military has access to stuff 10 years ahead, at least.
You think so?
Of course. That's always been the case, because every time throughout history, they're like, here's what we were doing 20 years ago. And it's like, holy shit, that's better than what we've got now.
Boston
Like
Dynamics.
the SR-71, when they revealed that stealth bomber, it's like, this was so ahead of its time. How did you guys do that without anyone knowing?
Boston Dynamics being purchased by Google was the starting of Cyberdyne Systems.
And I've tried like hard to find a video of just say someone throwing 20 apples in the air and showing some gun going and just shredding them all. There's nothing for like 8 years that you can find. Like, they're suppressing the video because it'd be terrifying to see how well auto tracking and computerized guns are now and stuff. And now everything gets censored, so you just can't find it. I mean, I could with more digging, but
could you?
Oh yeah, there's always going to be a video, and there's people doing it with like Nerf guns and stuff. But the real thing, there's like almost no videos, and that's intentional.
So on that happy note, all the things inside this movie that scare you are actually reality in life. Not quite as good as they're shown here yet, but we're getting there in most cases.
Well, technically, yeah. It's just we don't know about it.
Oh, that's the in time graphic. That is not a graphic.
Technically,
what is this one from?
Oh, this is from China. This is the social credit scores that you get for various things.
Oh, yes.
Where your neighbors can rate you on how much they like you, and they get paid based on how many they report in a month. This is all real stuff you can look up, and it affects your ability to get a job or buy things.
Well, damn, I'm afraid to click on the next one.
Oh, and this is what they'll possibly do with money. Different types of currency, and you get paid in different tokens, and you can only spend it on certain things.
Wow.
And just going to get rid of that there too. Like, yeah, there'll be certain things you just can't earn. So elites will say, no, you're not allowed weapons or vehicles. There's just no way you can work to earn it because we've decided currency is divided up into game tokens. And this is what the central bank's digital currency will bring us soon.
Mobile currencies.
And they'll just use inflation to get people scared and trick them into begging for it. And then the handcuffs will be on forever and you'll be tracked everywhere. They can turn off your money or give it time as well. These movies all show that's our future as well.
Yeah.
So
kind of depression a little bit. It's a little bit depression.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, I'm just conspiracy theorist. So.
We're all of this is just for fun. Of course, this isn't actually happening in the real world,
except in China, but nowhere else. It won't spread, even though it has been.
So we're having some debate on whether or not the reverse driving from Ready Player One was as a Easter egg or as a way to complete was the first time it was done in a racing game in the book, or if it was not, and he's
the
referencing
first video
something.
game with driving, some troll turned around and raced. It would not be a thing that's hidden for 2 years in the biggest VR simulation.
But what we're talking about is whether or not it won the level. And I can't think of any games where going in reverse before then won that level.
There's 10,000 games out there. Of course it exists. I'll
But
find
yeah,
it for
by
next
That's
week.
like the
I agree
internet
with that.
porn
Like,
thing.
by
There
default,
should be something-
somebody
there's
should have
something.
done.
Sorry?
There's something out there. For sure. Something.
Oh yeah, but I mean, is it before 2010 when he wrote the book, or after the book came out in 2011 when it maybe referenced back to him, or is he referencing something else? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
There was
So
someone that didn't know how to write a video game movie because they haven't played enough video games to know that's a common thing to do. Oh, I thought I sent it.
oh, that I meant to answer that. Because there's a lot of weed here. Yeah.
I thought I sent it already.
The link has been sent finally. We apologize.
So many.
Zazie was in
much
charge
weed on
of the
table.
link tonight.
So much weed on the table.
You had one job. I'm just joking.
Oh, I'm so high. I'm so
Oh,
high.
well, that's the point of what we do here. All right, so our final movie to talk about, because we didn't really talk about it.
You're passed out. You're passed out.
We have talked about that in not a lot of detail, just the fact that you and Zach slept through a film. Nothing
yeah.
else. Just you and Zach slept through
Me
a
and
film.
Drew had too many edibles at Multiverse of Madness. and
Yeah, it turned into a whole thing, and
it was a disaster.
yeah, it was pretty rough. It was rough.
I know, definitely.
It's a great movie, though.
Have you seen it
Oh,
again
yeah.
since?
I seen the opening night. I gotta admit, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I seen the opening night. I had to.
Oh, you had seen it
couldn't wait.
before us.
Of course.
Oh,
But,
sure.
which is why I wasn't mad. I would have been totally mad if that was the first time I seen it.
I
would've
wonder.
been livid.
Yeah.
I would have been livid.
Yeah.
But yes, I
Like
did
Drew
see
took
it,
this really well.
and
Now I know why.
Motherfuckers just chill. Oh.
but yeah, that night was rough. That's first for me, but yeah, that was rough. I slept well though. I slept well.
Weren't you still sick the next day?
No, I felt a little bit weird in the morning, but then I was all right. It was
Okay.
like a little bit like,
Good.
and then I felt fine after a little bit. But no, it was like super weird. But
Oh, we
did
had a
sleep.
bunch of bongo times being
I
redeemed in the
definitely
chat.
slept
So
very.
Got was going crazy with the.
Ryan just did
games.
one for him. I'll do one, and then you'll do it.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll give you a little one.
I already did it.
This is hard.
I can cream one for you, and you can just take the end. No, we're not going to push. Redeeming some bongo times,
Jeez.
and another one.
Uh,
We're gonna figure out a way to make these only one way that they're put up, because there's. I don't care. Just keep smoking bongos.
None of these movies really dealt with AI destroying us.
Yeah. I like iRobot. That's a great one.
Again, a movie though where the
That's a great
robots
one.
are missing their shots all the time, whereas
Yeah.
any human that walks in the room would be dead.
Yeah.
Will Smith could not fight him hand to hand.
Yeah, there's no. Even with a medal.
They're not
even
Chris
with a medal
Rock.
on. Even with
I
a
mean-
medal.
I love the premise of this film.
Back to In Time.
In Time. Yes. In Time.
Just in time.
Just in time, Timberlake.
So I like the premise of this film. I remember it being much more Hollywood than it is. It's shot beautifully. It's got a good flow to it. It
Had a good message at the heart of it.
and even when it was being straight up like, hey, just in case you don't get what we're talking about, here's the fucking point. And I liked every minute of it. I was not upset about how they told the story, and
And it felt like a good guy movie and girl movie because it kind of had the romance stuff too, and the things you would traditionally associate with a chick flick. Which I don't mean that derogatory.
I think
The
the real
mom-
question is, though, guys, is was he bringing sexy back?
in a movie dealing about poverty. Well, yeah, he did clearly.
Man, it's tough, right? But then time is so fluid in that movie because he has 1,000 years at one point. Or 1,000,000. Well, I mean, that's what they end up with.
So
That's a lot of time. A lot of time.
I like the timekeepers.
Yeah, but then you find out how corrupt he is, and
No, he was incorruptible. He took a job and does the job as it's.
oh, but it's a
directed.
bad job. Like, it's not a job
Yes.
you should do.
No.
How did everyone feel about the mother scene?
That was weird.
No.
Like her dying in the street a second
Oh well,
away.
it felt so heart wrenching. Like you know she's gonna die, and then it's nice when they come together at the end and he saves the girl.
Anybody hoping that the girl didn't make it too?
I was thinking a little bit. I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna kill two?
It's like this is how they make a timekeeper. Oh,
I've always had a man crush on JT. I gotta say, Scotty there's laughing, but I mean, it's man, he's had a great life. He's good looking.
I really
seems
liked
nice,
it. I
talented.
I don't care. Bye 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 was a great song. Fight me. Sexy
He's
Back
in-
was a great song.
He's got
I don't
great
care.
comedy
Was
stuff.
it?
It was a good song.
What? Because the radio said so?
No, because I fucking liked it.
Which song? I like Sexy Back.
I'm kidding. It was great. It was a great song.
Do I have
Bye Bye Bye
no
Bye.
musical credit at all?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was good. It was good. It was great. It was. It was. It was good. That was a good album. Sexy Back. That was a good album.
Well, I like the
Oh,
song.
dude. Cry me a river.
That was like before. That was the album before. No,
No, I thought that was the same album.
no, that's like the Britney album. That's like the infamous I just broke up with
Oh,
Britney
really?
album.
JT was with Britney for a while.
Yeah, like that was a whole thing. And yeah, so it was
Mother Lover, yeah. It's not gay in a three-way. That whole series, there's three of them. Dick in a Box, yeah.
Thinking about
Oh, yeah,
Lonely
okay.
Island,
When he's
Island,
with- yeah.
Island,
yeah, Lonely Island.
Don't say
Lonely
that
Island.
name.
Lonely Island.
Yeah, you can say that one.
Island Boys. Because I'm an island boy. Doing island boys things.
Okay, all the tattoos.
I have hands down, yes, I have sang Justin Timberlake out loud. I like pop music as well as metal and a whole bunch of other genres.
I like the Island Boys.
But there's some versions of there's some pop music that I think comes from immense talents, and him, Usher, and a handful of others are definitely worth listening to time to time.
like
the Island Boys.
like
I just said him, Usher.
yeah, you said the others.
I mean, there's a handful of MJ songs that I really like.
Sabrina Solo Show.
She's not really pop music though.
I'm on a boat.
Well, yeah, I guess.
That's a
But
good
she-
one.
Well, her
I'm on a
primary
boat.
That's a
her
good one.
primary thing is playing covers, and most of the time she's punking them up or adding different genres to them. So I
I
wouldn't
threw
say
it
she's
on
pop
the
music.
ground.
I can't think of any other pop music. Well, I like NSYNC, but that's just an extension of JT.
Yeah, I like Backstreet Boys better.
I like a song,
New Kids
and I
on the
like a
Block,
song
come on.
because it's Total Member Berries. I was like 14 when the song came out.
New Kids on the Block.
Oh, I remember them being. In fact, I remember having
Yeah.
the first tape and having the mini pops tape that had their songs on it. Because
Isn't
I'm
this
40.
conversation so much better than digital slavery? Anyway,
Bringing us right back to
Can't
Ready
escape it,
Player
though.
One, where the entire game is just member
You
berries.
can't escape it though. All the cameos is amazing. Amazing.
Bread and Circus. It's awesome.
I'm just saying, it's amazing.
No.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Just in time. Just in case.
So the collective theme here wasn't meant to be this dark, but it is a little dark because all of these are dystopian futures. Is everyone have their comedy picked out? Because that's what we're doing this week is fucking comedy, okay?
Comedy?
Dark comedy with
I
horrible-
don't care, just make it funny.
It's something extremely
Ryan's like, I have no idea.
Bongo Time.
Definitely a
for
bongo
levity.
time. So that's kind of our thoughts on those films. If any of you have any specific thoughts on those 4 films, please bring them up in the chat and we'll openly discuss them with you.
You know, we should cover Black Mirror episodes where they show really
Yeah.
horrible.
That's coming back
futures.
too.
Yeah, season 5.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
That's crazy.
I'm good.
I don't know what they're gonna. It's gonna be really interesting to see what they come
I
up
saw
with.
a quote from the creator. He's like, I took a break because real life was getting too depressing on the show. He literally said that. You can look it up.
That's wild.
We could do a way happier one and talk about Westworld season 3.
Oh
Where
yeah. That's
you
way
have
better.
social credit scores
That's way
and
better.
a dystopian future where an AI controls.
What about the 100 where we send up criminal children to die?
We
Off to
send-
die.
You send them down.
Oh,
to
send
Earth.
them down to die.
We send
'cause
them
the
down
Earth's
to Earth because the
toxic.
Earth's toxic, so we send them down there.
So we need our children.
I mean,
to
a
test.
handful of those
to
kids
test.
live like 4 centuries,
To
so it's
test.
all right.
If
Spoilers.
to test if the planet.
The show ended like 8 years ago.
Yeah, but I haven't finished it, so give me
No,
some
it
time.
technically ended like 2 years ago,
No,
roughly. Yeah.
like a year and a half
The
before
last
the
2
dark
years
times.
count as like 1 day, so
So like
it was
3.5
probably
years,
4.
3 years ago at least.
I'd say 2.
No, it ended before the dark
I'm gonna
times.
settle this with the awful spying device.
You're right.
Big Brother
It did.
game.
It was.
I feel like
before-
2019
Yeah.
was the last season.
I honestly,
yeah,
like,
2019
there's a
was the
whole
last season,
thing,
right?
right? Like,
Big Brother.
Yeah,
When did the
see,
100 end?
it's the whole
You
pandemic
should
thing
totally
goes beyond.
rename Alexa
Yeah,
to
goes beyond.
Big Brother.
Sure.
Goes beyond.
Wait,
Yeah,
is your
no,
phone
it definitely
Alexa?
was Before.
It's iPhone Siri.
Ugh. Sorry.
I didn't know you had such strong feelings on which manufacturer screwed over the world.
Sorry, I'm too high to.
Oh,
do
and
this
think
quickly.
the parallels, other parallels I wanted to talk about, which are just really happy when looking at Elysium and Ready Player One, are, like the suicide nets at Apple.
Oh my goodness! It was almost 2 years to the day that it
Oh wow,
What was
started.
What?
Ended. 100.
you're awesome.
2
See,
years.
I know my stuff.
You do.
I definitely watched that to the end. And it was
Oh
horrible
right,
ending.
because it would have been
It was
yeah,
a-
that was the
it was a
spring, so it
horrible,
would have been ending
stupid-
during, but it would have already been filmed.
Yeah,
and
it
done.
was. Yeah,
Like,
it was.
all
Yeah, it
edited
was
and everything.
done. It was done.
Unlike
way before
fucking the Blacklist,
Oh my
where they went cartoon and it looked
gosh.
awesome, but then they came back and like, no, you tied it up. Why would you come back? I haven't watched the new seasons, and I probably
What,
won't.
Blacklist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped watching when he was like a triple agent. I
Okay.
stopped watching. I stopped watching like what, season 3? I think no. I think
Yeah,
that's season
so-
4 or 5, or roughly around there. I think season 4. I think
The Prison Break,
I just
like the water-based prison, like the Hive from Marvel. You remember? That's somewhere in season 3. Like they're on a remote prison and the prisoners take over. Like halfway through the episode, I'm like, all right, I'm out. This is fucking stupid. But then I heard it got really, really good. So I'm like, all right, I'll bust through it because I could. My biggest problem with shows is forgetting where I left off. Exactly where I left off. I'm like, all right, I don't feel like rewatching a whole season to figure it out.
Doesn't Netflix keep track of where you've watched stuff?
if you're watching.
Well, I
Netflix.
mean, all of my Disney stuff went away when I dropped Disney, and now I just steal Ryan's.
You know how Netflix has been tanking lately?
That's because I steal Ryan's.
I heard that they're going to release Stranger Things 1 episode every 6 months to keep you subscribed. No, I'm kidding. But
Army.
that
I
would be
was
the next
saying-
thing they would
I was
try,
saying
right?
because I definitely would.
Oh, crap.
Still just download each episode at that point. I'm
Fucking
like,
stoners we are.
yeah, what's happening?
Show some ducks.
No matter where you go, there you are.
Welcome, sir.
Bongo Time.
Hey, James.
Hey guys,
You're looking pretty cool right now.
just for you. Well, actually, just for Ryan. His
Buckaroo
star
Banzai.
Oh my
power.
god, Ready Player One has multiple Buckaroo Banzai references, and I didn't know what that was the first time I saw it. Thank you very much for introducing it to me. So this time around, it was even better.
That's a cool story, bro. Now, Ryan's star power is so blinding that I have to wear sunglasses, even though he's only on half the screen right now.
Yeah, we should all move over like a half, like 3 inches. We can all just leave him.
He's right there, though.
He is. He's on both screens. So, how is your? What are your feelings on our dystopian future films that we were talking about?
Our happy conversation.
Yeah. What do
I
you
haven't
think?
seen In Time yet, to be honest with you. That one slipped under my radar. Elysium was great. I was a bit disappointed by Neil Blomkamp getting sucked into the studio grind, but I prefer, and Chappie I couldn't even finish underneath him. Ready Player One, I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't seen the whole film. I wanted to read the book, and yeah, it's a bunch of member berries. So I'm surprised you guys didn't have like Children of Men on here, or have you guys seen Southland Tales?
I've heard of it.
No, I haven't. And Children of Men is a great one.
Another
I didn't
dystopian.
actually. Okay, the first time I watched it, I might have been a little stoned when I picked it. I'm like, I was disappointed that he wasn't pregnant.
You wanted to live your dream through the movie, didn't you, Barry?
That's another super happy future for sure.
And Mad Max. I shouted that out in the chat last week. Mad Max would have been a good one as well.
12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys. There you go. Jack knows his shit.
Sounds pretty good.
Which Mad Max? What's your favorite of all the Mad Max?
Oh, the first one. Actually, the second one. The second.
The
one.
first American one.
No, the second Australian one. Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, the first 2 ones are made there. Yeah.
The second one's my favorite, and then Fury Road is my second favorite.
I did like Charlize Theron as
Did you look
she
away?
was
You
just a
want
really
to
good character in it.
No, 100.
Uh,
The whole movie was great.
No,
I did it,
Horrible
and
ending.
We have to get
the
back there.
flying guitar fire gimp dude.
The prequel comics are really good as well. Explain a lot of stuff. Not that you need to know it, the way George Miller
Well, you
directs
have
and
to-
writes
yeah,
his
right,
stuff,
to
but
tie things up.
Hmm?
They tie things up for Zach. I mean,
For what?
100.
Oh, right. He's still talking about the fact that Zach won't watch any of the shows he's supposed to be watching.
I'm just saying he has to get through it because he has to tie things up from all the seasons.
did you guys watch Kids in the Hall yet?
I have been watching it.
I've heard good things. You told us to watch it.
Yeah, you said you were gonna watch it before anything else, Zach. You lied to me again.
I watched
You
2
said
episodes.
we had to.
I watched 2 episodes that night, or an episode that night, and another episode since. I like it. It's funny. It's I like that they're kind of getting, hey, here's what we used to do out of the way, and then adding to it right away.
Hmm.
So they're still funny. I was wondering if they were going to do all the cross dressing, given the change in climate, and
Do you like
they're
how
just
they
like,
dress?
no, this is us. Go fuck yourself.
Climate change isn't real. Earth is flat.
Oh, that is so.
What?
That is such a
What?
Pisces thing of you to say.
It's flat.
Completely.
It's
on the back of a turtle.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I like the Spider-Man hat. I'm
I
jealous.
believe it. Thank you. Thank you.
I
And
got a
he's
bat-
got
I
an
got a-
Avengers coat on and a Venom shirt.
Nice. I've got a Batman hat like that.
A lot of you just cracked.
Yes, it did.
Drew is breaking on us.
Check this shirt out.
Where am I cracking out of my?
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
It's not every day
Nice.
you can wear official licensed Jim Lee art on you and get it from a small town in Walmart.
I'm always amazed at the amount of licensed stuff in places like Walmart and Giant Tiger, and then like just everywhere has officially licensed stuff.
Oh
It took me
man,
this long to understand DD's double comment because we're in the background of James as well.
Yes, from our 420 stream.
Sorry.
except that
And then-
Zach is from tonight though. I had to grab Zach real quick. So, that's why he's got a bad cutout job. But I miss Giant Tiger, man. I miss their meatballs, and the garlic toast is really cheap as well.
It's the Giant Tiger store.
Yeah.
All right.
No, the
I go
Giant
in there.
Tiger from Shazam. Of course, the Giant Tiger store.
A lot of viewers wouldn't know what Giant Tiger is. That's why I was just saying it.
Oh, right, Canadian.
Well, we don't have any flat earthers in here, so I think we're safe.
GT Boutique.
Wow.
Actually,
Yeah.
Target.
There's flat. It's on the back of a turtle.
of course, yeah.
We
It's
should just
the
start talking
target.
about flat Earth again and get 100 people in chat again.
Oh, that was such a weird
Do
night.
it. Do it. No.
Science was forgotten that evening entirely.
Some of those flat earthers followed us, so they'll be back, hopefully.
It's good.
Oh.
They're waiting for this moment where you start talking about it again.
So what are your feelings on Matt Damon tanking Bitcoin stock?
You buying Bitcoin?
Oh, he's doing it so he can buy Twitter.
Of course.
Matt Damon manipulated Bitcoin. He did it all himself.
Zach,
Definitely.
what are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Actually, I'm curious.
It seems like a really good idea, but at some point it seems the big financial guys are the ones manipulating it.
Oh, you mean like all the celebrities and companies saying, "Hey, buy all this Bitcoin so we can dump our Bitcoin because it's worth nothing."
Stuff
It's
like
a
that, yeah.
giant-
Like it just seems the big
Yeah.
banks can make the price jump way more than anything reasonable should if you're trying
It's
to
a
use it
giant
as real
pyramid
currency.
scheme. That's what it is.
But there seems to be other promising decentralized blockchain-based cryptos kind of like it. It's just it's the biggest one, so it's hard to see it getting overtaken.
Well, I meant in general, like cryptocurrency.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're getting to a point of Kleenex and Band-Aid.
Yeah,
And
I think
and that's what Zuckerberg just did with Facebook and Metaverse, where him calling his
Think
changing his whole
Metaverse.
name Metaverse, he just bought Kleenex.
Yeah, it's the metaverse of madness.
Oh my god.
I
That'll be a
think,
movie one day.
NFTs are the biggest pyramid scheme, though. To
That
be honest
will.
with you, but that's just me.
I think.
I know a lot of people
Yeah.
like.
Well, it seems like with the Luna currency crash, that was like, wow, how did it shrink by like 1,000,000 times or whatever it did?
What happened to Luna? I thought Luna went way up.
No, it went from like, I forget the actual price, but it shrunk by like either 100,000 or 1,000,000 times, like in a day or something.
Oh,
And it's like one of the most traded currencies. Maybe it was only 10,000, but it was like billionaires became
Oh
lost
yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah. Who was it? It was
Oh,
like
maybe
it was
there's
like a
a-
rapper or something. I remember watching a thing about it, and he like put like 2 point something million in, and
Into
it was just
Luna?
like it was
Yeah.
just boom, it was worth like pennies or something like
And
that.
it was like
And,
the third or fourth biggest traded currency.
that,
Maybe
that was crazy.
like a really big one.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
But they're all based on different technologies, so they have different strengths and weaknesses. But
Yeah, speaking about dystopian futures, cryptocurrency.
well, what the real fear is this banks will come up with a central bank digital currency that they control everything and it's centralized and they can turn off your money or time it or divide it into different tokens like video games.
and we see a version of that in every one of these movies, with the exception of, well, no, Wally's just like, here's eat people under socialism. But everyone else that you see that converted in one way or another.
So isn't that the Federation?
The Federation, what?
The Federation only has credits so they can deal with other alien cultures. But
Yeah,
they
what
have
is
no-
the
they have
galactic
no real
currency in
currency.
Star Trek?
They have a
They don't-
magic box that replicates everything. That's why.
Yeah, they have replicators. They don't have needs for like they have essentially unlimited energy.
Don't they at some point need, what are their crystals called?
Dilithium crystals.
Yeah, at some point they'll need to stop at a dilithium station.
That's a
pop up.
plot device. It's like they need to fill up gas. Sometimes they run out near stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's green guys that want to do.
And they need something to like trade with their Federation credits. That's what they use.
That's what I'm
their
saying.
Federation-
Is there no currency at all in the
Not-
Federation?
Not
or
within the Federation. Like it's kind of a utopian society. You just get what you want. But they're such advanced beings. They're not greedy, so they don't take more than they need. That's just The whole point of the show was not to deal with human conflict. It was like, if we have a society that's gotten past post-scarcity, what would be the cool things you would find if, physics and stuff's slightly different, or things like subspace exist, which they don't. But it's the best show.
You ready to get your monkeypox shot?
Jesus, dude.
Larry was telling me about it today.
No real things. We talk about movies here.
And it's a hypo spray. That's how you get it.
It's a new vaccine that we're going to be.
I think Wall-E is the best depiction of our dystopian future.
Which does?
Wall-E.
I couldn't. Yeah.
Wall-E.
Oh, Wall-E.
Makes sense. I get it.
Yeah, well, it shows that Wall-E's similar to the 100 to a bunch of sci-fi shows, but in this case, I still go back to the most troubling part of Wall-E is the cannibalism.
I'm voting for Terminator 2. Like, the machines just come for us.
Oh, I'm gonna need a couple weeks of straight up comedies. I need to laugh this week. This shit got dark.
Arnold can be funny. I'll be back.
I mean, yeah, Terminator 2 is it brings it because we're just gonna end up back in the same circle. Boston Dynamics got bought by Google, and now they're Cyberdyne Systems.
And now Dolores from Westworld is controlling it all.
Who is actually just a metaphor for the chick AI from Ex Machina.
I was gonna say Ex Machina.
China named their facial recognition software Skynet.
Please no.
It's the truth, yeah. It's like we're just inviting. Last year we opened 12 sarcophaguses we found under sarcophagi we found underneath the pyramid.
Oh, I can't wait for King Tut to come get us all.
Get to the chopper. Where's my Arnold soundboard? That's what I need.
It's not up to him.
I can't steal your whole show. I already stole one.
That's all good. There's no more live on small screen now, right? Did you?
Yeah, I know. I was very proud to be there for the final live.
We're gonna have one more before we launch the podcast, just to let everyone know where to get the podcast and stuff. But that'll be in a few weeks.
But Clint will continue his show on Friday nights.
Yeah, he's got his everything entertainment news on Fridays nights, and then after that, he still does his verses. So, get this. We are going to be covering the UFC esports in Las Vegas. Clint is going down there to interview a bunch of people. We'll be reporting on small screen and uploading videos and stuff. We got confirmation last night. Finally.
That's a content divergence, but that's kind of awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, hopefully next year we'll all get to go to Vegas and party. It'll be fun.
And of course, anybody watching, check out Small Screen. They are the best in geek content. It's probably much more well researched than if I say it. And let's be honest, if I say it, I probably stole it from them.
Not true. You give us too much credit, man. My research is just taking articles Edward wrote and turning them into scripts, unless it's like a video essay of mine.
I mean, I think your knowledge goes a little deeper than that. You're fairly well read in the geek world.
I just make up everything I say.
I'm better than Zach in a lot of ways, so that's
good. I just make up everything.
And in science and quantum physics, I beat Zach out every time. And comic books and movies and television shows and Valheim. I have the better castle than Zach. I know.
You definitely will. I have a hut with a fence around it.
I'll bring you some iron.
Yeah, I don't even have iron. I don't think. It's been a while since I've played.
But no one beats Ryan though. That's it. Oh, he just woke up. I said his name.
If you say it 3 times, he'll appear at your house.
Ryan.
There he is.
He's right behind you.
In the green shirt.
Oh, there he is.
He's an interdimensional being. He just already knew you were going to say it.
See, it's proof he can be at more than one place at once and bring us with him. Yeah, if I kept the server running, which I haven't, but It's a save game.
Oh, you don't rent specific server space?
Only for Factorio.
My friend's got a dedicated server, but I mean, like your private servers, they still save your progress, right? So
Yep.
you're good.
I just don't have it running, so nothing's going to attack it.
Oh no, you don't have it running when you're not there. Like your guy's gonna sit there wanting to eat food all the time.
Yeah. But man, the first time I saw a giant walking along the coast, I nearly shit myself.
That was the best. That's the best feeling, though.
Yeah.
The game is great for those moments. That
Got
game is
that
great
right.
for those moments. Yeah.
Get it in there.
So, what movies you guys doing next week?
Well, we no one's turned in their pick yet. So we're gonna go for something a little on the funnier side. Zach wants some dark comedies.
I was thinking those I Spit on Your Grave movies.
You guys should do The Long Goodbye, the Naked Gun, and
I've actually picked Naked Gun. No, Loaded Weapon. I picked Loaded Weapon for this.
Okay, so how about Hot Shots, Loaded Weapon, and The Long Goodbye?
Yeah, it's
and
not
The
that
Long Goodbye is a great movie. It's like 1972. Elliot Gould plays a private eye, and I play the clips all the time on a small screen. It's in a bunch. I use the clips in a bunch of video essays. It's one of my favorite movies. I can send it to you. I think I have a digital copy or something, so I'll send you the code. You guys watch it. The Long Goodbye,
I'm
Hot
down
Shots,
for a fan pick for sure.
and Loaded Gun. There you go. It's settled. Those are your three
Well,
picks.
I mean, I'm definitely taking the Long Goodbye. But do you? Well, Ryan's not going to have a pick ready.
Honestly, you watch The Long Goodbye, Barry, and you'll be like, "Yep."
All
that's
right, Ryan's
James.
picks Hot Shots.
Dodgeball.
But I mean, I feel like it should be Hot Shots Part 2.
Dodgeball.
Oh. All right, well, that's just a funny movie. It's a cult classic. It's got something I say to my wife all the time.
We were laughing at
Oh, no, that's the
Matt
wrong one.
Damon. What if I picked Team America?
Oh, sure.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Matt Damon.
Oh, the Film Actors Guild.
Matt Damon.
Oh, that's so awful. Poor Matt Damon.
Poor Matt Damon.
He's done all right.
I mean, poor Matt Damon.
Can you imagine having to quarantine there? I mean, come on. How could you?
Poor
You would
Matt
hate
Damon.
Yeah.
Poor Matt Damon.
Poor Matt Damon.
Uh,
I bet she has cars suck too, right?
Obviously.
I bet she doesn't have a Ferrari or 6.
I mean, like, he still, I guess, does some charity work, apparently.
That goes all into the Matt Damon Foundation.
And Sarah Silverman was fucking Matt Damon.
She was?
No, you've never seen that?
Wait.
It's like 8 minutes long or 6 minutes long, but it's a skit from Jimmy Kimmel. She does a whole song where she's fucking Matt Damon, and then Jimmy Kimmel does a song where he's fucking Ben Affleck.
That's a bit ago, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
I was
like,
going to say, I'm like back
14 years ago, apparently.
Yeah. Like it's,
Which makes me feel a little old.
that's old. Makes sense.
How was that, Dad, Ryan?
It was delicious.
That's just like your review of Ready Player One.
Is there any bongo times in the chats?
Oh my goodness, are we missing more? I don't know
Nope.
what's going on. You caught me by surprise.
Zach, what is your pick?
I guess maybe Team America.
All right,
World Police.
I'm going to pick Hot Shots Part 2,
Yeah.
and we're going to take a fan pick. The Long Goodnight.
Goodbye.
Yes.
The Long Goodnight.
Good night.
That's basically me if I lived in the 70s as a private eye.
It's a film noir comedy, right?
See, I kind of want to pick
It's
LA
it is yeah. It's got its funny moments. It's funny. Yeah.
You want to pick what?
LA Confidential. That was the other one I was thinking of.
I think that would flow more in line with that, but then I'm going to repick Hot Shots because now we got a theme.
No, no Kevin Spacey. They have to CGI out Kevin
Oh, it's
Spacey
just
and like
over
Confidential.
Drew.
Can you imagine?
Christopher Plummer.
Can you imagine?
He says he wants to watch
Yeah,
Girls Gone Wild.
I said that.
No,
Why would I say that?
he wouldn't say that.
Exactly. I wouldn't say that. That's something
James
that
is a
you would say.
timekeeper.
That's something that he would say because this is Ryan.
Agreed.
Ryan would definitely say he'd want to see Girls Gone Wild.
Oh yeah.
So you're
I
going with
think
LA
Dodgeball.
There's a lot
Confidential?
of comedy in there. Let's be real.
I guess.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball's good though. That one's actually fun.
Then to get comedy, but I kind of want to go on the same funny storyline. I'm going to go with Get Shorty.
Never seen it.
And so we got the fan pick.
What about old school?
We'll still just watch Dodgeball. I mean, like
You're my dog, Blue.
Like that's actually I screwed up, and that was the movie I was thinking of in that moment. But
Old school's hilarious.
Ryan, do you want to pick a fun film noir? Or are you
Yeah, I'm
good with
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball? All right.
Yeah, it's a fun film noir. Dodgeball.
It is. There's a hero's journey in it, and
You can
The
dodge a
underdogs.
brick.
The
You can
underdog.
dodge a ball.
Did Ryan say Dogma?
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Dodgeball.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. We did a Kevin Smith night, and we picked Jay and Silent Bob, the new one.
Strikes Back. Oh, the sequel.
Yeah, Red State and Tusk.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Oh, I remember that night. Yeah.
Tusk.
Another light movie,
Tusk.
Instead of any of the ones that
Tusk.
will make you laugh.
like Clerks or Mallrats or
Dogma is one of my favorites.
yeah. Dogma's amazing.
Tusk.
All right, so it sounds like our picks are. This is what I have to do this live on the air because I don't want to have to go back and watch the VOD. To the
Just
Discord.
message me.
To the Discord. I guess I could. Yeah. No, that's the wrong channel.
We're professionals here. Look it up in the book.
Long
Actually, nah.
good night.
The AI is taking control of our channels.
Well, you guys could talk for once. Like every time I stop,
I
no
was
one
just
talks.
describing how the AI is
Hey, I'm just taking it in.
ruining society and our channel.
I'm just taking the vibe in, guys.
Crap.
It's the Chinese
sure,
facial
yeah.
recognition program.
Hi.
Now they've taken out
With
James.
LA Confidential.
They're silencing him, censoring him.
That's messed up.
They're like, we can't let small screen get out there.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's
Ryan.
very suspicious, man.
Ryan's pick is just awesome and fits perfectly in.
Brian, we need you to stare down the black square.
Although in his defense, he absolutely picked a comedy when I asked for a comedy. We just switched gears on him.
We're tricky like that.
Okay, but answer me this, Scotty. Has Tusk stuck with you since you've seen it?
How could it not?
Like Tusk changes you just a little. Like you can't unsee Justin Long's transformation.
It takes a bit of your soul.
Yes, it imprints on your soul.
I still haven't seen it.
What?
Because
Yeah,
I thought
right.
you would.
No, he was supposed to.
I was
watch
going
Red
to, but then
State.
you guys, like, the way you described it, I was like, I
don't.
can't do that. I can't do that to myself because I'll obsess over it.
See, yeah, that's the. I've
I
not met
can't.
anybody that
And I can't.
doesn't
I
agree with
won't
that
do
statement.
I won't do that. So,
It's one of my favorite films we've ever watched on Movie Club. Although now I'm looking forward to a long good night because
Long goodbye.
long
No.
goodbye. See now,
long goodbye.
oh shit, I put long good night in the chat.
Wow.
Mandela effect.
But again,
That's
this is where
the
we
that's
got-
the Mel Gibson and that's the Long Kiss Goodnight with Mel Gibson and how come I can't remember it? Pretty Woman.
um
Oh, but wait, you said Kevin Spacey's in LA Confidential, right?
Yeah, they got to CGI him out.
I
with
don't really
Christopher
want
Plummer.
to watch him.
Wow.
Oh, because he's creep.
Is he though?
Oh yeah, he got like.
I
Here's one of those
have
cases where you're like, okay, this is.
I have varying opinions on separating artist and art.
It's hard, man, but like if I want to watch Baby Driver again and I can't because Kevin Spacey's in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the film, I'm gonna cut out Christopher Plummer's head, and then paste it over every Kevin Spacey scene so I can watch Baby Driver again, like they did in All the Money in the World. Kevin Spacey had his scene shot, and then all that stuff went down. So they Ridley Scott reshot it with Christopher Plummer, and they just CGI'd him in. Oh,
Can we get rid of Channing Tatum too?
Julia Roberts, thank you.
What's wrong with Channing Tatum?
I just don't like him.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kidding.
I-
I don't not like him. I just don't care for him.
Dude, if
I
you watch the movies
he's
of Kevin
delightful.
Spacey now, if you watch the movies of
is
Kevin
funny,
Spacey now, you can.
Well, wait, not
totally-
Kevin Spacey. For the record, I meant
No.
Channing Tatum is
Yes,
delightful.
yes.
Okay, but
Not
you can,
Kevin Spacey.
Yes,
you can
yes, Channing
totally
Tatum,
see
not
the
Kevin
creepiness
Spacey.
ooze
That's-
out on screen
Yes, no.
from Kevin Spacey.
Especially if you, okay, like, I can't never watch The Usual Suspects again, or
Right?
I don't know if I can watch American Beauty.
Hell no. Like,
That's the
he's-
one I've thought of the most since it happened. I'm like, can you really put yourself through that film where he is creepy to? Yeah, it's just no. I
Hello,
can't.
Baby Driver, where he's like always flirting with the main star. You know, it's the creepiness just oozes now that you know.
I barely remember Baby Driver.
Good one. I like it.
Are you kidding me? Edgar Wright film, man.
It's good. It's a good film. Pretty good. Driver.
Yeah, no, I know. There was just a lot of driving
talking.
movies that year.
I'm talking. Just trying
Zach,
to-
are you playing Valheim on your phone?
I was trying to see if
Can you actually-
Weinstein's
wait.
associated with American Beauty.
Can you actually play Valheim? Can you play Valheim?
I don't think so. Well, you can do Steam docking or decking or whatever it's called.
Docking. That's
Right?
an entirely other
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Don't bring docking up to chat.
Space docking? Yeah.
Sorry, I watched Jackass 4.5 today. I still haven't even seen Jackass Forever, but I watched Jackass 4.5 because it's on Netflix.
Do they
and
have
I'm
dong
lazy.
rentals in that? Bong rentals is what I said.
Dong rentals?
No, I said bong
I
rentals.
said dong rentals.
I must have misspoke.
Can you play Valheim on your phone? Now,
No.
now chat
No.
wants to know.
That's just a bad joke.
Okay.
It's just like all my jokes.
So yeah, I didn't think you could.
I think you can broadcast Steam onto your phone. Because now you can start to
Probably
do that.
some app.
Oh,
You can do that with Xbox.
Probably some app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Yeah. Sure.
Because it doesn't matter.
No.
World's ending. So let's play Valheim.
So
on
were
our
you
phone.
changing your
Let's do
pick?
that. Let's do that right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's tough to pick a kid. Is he in it a lot, James?
yes.
See, then I
I'm
don't
pretty
really-
sure he's a primary character.
Oh, right. He's like the main detective or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go back
and
to.
he always gives his scoops to Danny DeVito's dish mag.
All right, what do you do? Well, you're going back to what?
Maybe I'll go back to. What was the comedy I picked? I already forgot.
Team America.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
all right. All right, we're gonna try this a second time now.
I wouldn't do Team America, Zach. You can pick a better film than that.
Yeah, that's true too.
I want to see how it ages.
Like, why don't you do Brazil?
I haven't seen it since way back then. And listen,
I
Trey,
think it.
there's
Why
stuff
don't
ages
you do
well.
Brazil?
I only-
Brazil. That's Zach's pick right there. It's
Is
Brazil.
that a weird old movie?
It's Terry Gilliam, the same guy who did 12 Monkeys.
I don't know. I guess it might.
Oh, I'll pick 12 Monkeys.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
That's definitely
What
not.
did you just?
Another dystopian future
Yeah,
nightmare.
Uh,
Got to keep the theme running.
Brad Pitt's pretty
By
funny.
the
in
way,
that.
It's a comedy. No, dystopian. Dystopian. Dystopian.
Oh, that movie is.
Zach, you could
Yeah,
pick
I guess
The
we do
Adventures
know
of Baron
dystopia.
Munchausen if you're going to go all Terry Gilliam.
1,000 Planets. The one I picked in the past.
Dystopian.
I don't remember.
All new
that.
picks.
Yeah,
The one with the wait,
we haven't done it before.
the one in the with the whole bunch of planets.
1,000 Planets.
It was really good.
Can
I
you
forget the
throw
name
it
of
up?
it.
Is there any movies where the Earth blows up at the end?
The very end in the City of 1,000 Planets.
There you
Valorant.
Island.
I got it later.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank
go.
you.
Valorant, isn't it?
Valorant. Valorant.
And the 1,000 planets.
Varillion. The Varillion. And the city of 1,000.
Did that really end?
Did what end? I don't know what's going on.
This is my job, just to confuse everyone.
Yeah, okay, it's working.
I haven't had as much chocolate as you guys have had bong. So
Actually, we haven't had much in a while. We should all smoke a bongo time. I just did a dab, but I'll do a bongo.
Maybe.
Can I
you
do
don't have
that?
me in the chat going bongo time every 30 seconds.
You do put a lot in the chat, James.
That was my goal, was to get you guys completely baked in the first 10 minutes.
Maybe.
So
Mission
when I came on
accomplished.
later-
I'm okay with that.
Oh, so Obi-Wan Kenobi coming up, eh?
Yes, I'm actually excited. And all the time I said I hadn't seen season 2, it turns out I had. I just, it was really boring and I didn't like it.
Mandalorian?
Season
Yeah.
2 of what?
Mandalorian. It was really boring and I didn't like it.
It was only good right at the end.
Well, because it ends with the dude coming out with the dark sword, right?
Yeah.
Or the
he
dark
didn't
blade
die.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he didn't die, and
Like they crash on the another
Yeah.
dead.
No, that was the end of season 1,
no, yeah, it was.
where they premiere the Dark Blade. The end of season 2.
Because I
was
keep watching. I've watched up
season
to
2
season.
is when they reveal his face.
Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah, it was Luke Sky. Yeah, it was. It's Luke Skywalker comes
Because
in. and
every
gets
time
like
I
that
go to
second
watch
costume
season
Grogu.
2, I've seen like the first 5 episodes. I must have just stopped them. Because
Yeah.
it's really boring.
No.
Well, then maybe I
Just
haven't
don't-
seen it to the end. I don't care. I'm just gonna watch Kenobi and forget the other ones exist.
I don't think you need to watch The Mandalorian to get Kenobi, brother.
No, I've already watched all the properties I need to watch Kenobi, and that's all with the
What
cartoons.
about Boba Fett or
As long as you've seen the Christmas special, you're okay.
Yes, I have. It's my favorite
Oh,
part of
right.
Star Wars art.
It's so bad you can't even watch it as a joke.
No,
You
it's
just get bored.
Yeah.
You're like, this is
Which
stupid.
is bad.
Hey, don't knock Life Date.
10 minutes of Wookiees just going "Roo, roo, 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 roo," and like steals a cookie. Like, come on, it's awful.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
but it's
anybody,
no rope being thrown down a culvert.
anybody that wants to prep for Kenobi, watch Rebels and parts of
Grogu.
the Clone Wars,
Grogu.
and you will see where they're going to
Grogu.
go with that character and what's going on in that time. And it's done really well.
Grogu.
You've seen the Rebels cartoons.
No. It's gonna be 6 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi stalking young Luke Skywalker with binoculars. That's what it's going to be. And he has like a thermos and he drinks coffee during it, and he's got a crossword, and that's gonna be the whole series.
I mean, while he's carrying or taking over, while he's on Overwatch of Luke, he does. Oh, I can spoil it. The show came out like fucking 8 years ago. In Rebels,
The timeline of Rebels and Clone
Okay,
Wars
so
and stuff,
Clone Wars
I know.
takes place between episodes 2.
You don't
and
have to
3.
mansplain me, Barry. It's okay. I
Okay.
understand.
Well, in Rebels, he kills
It's
fucking
all right,
Darth
Barry.
Maul, and it's
I'm
awesome.
good. I'm good.
I don't know what's going on.
Uh,
Is Baby Yoda in it?
no,
Grogu.
See?
Thumbs up.
Amy Marie has spoken. I've spoken.
and soon you'll be able to buy his skin and whatever.
Okay, baby
game.
Grogu then.
I was just joking, Barry. I love you.
Okay.
No, I
It was
know.
a big
It's
on
Yoda.
that.
The baby is
Okay.
Yoda.
But I would even say, if you
You know
haven't
what?
seen it,
If we
just go
watch
watch
it,
the episode
And we find out that
in
he
Rebels
actually ends up
involving
being
Darth
Yoda,
Maul,
and
and it's just a really
mind
cool
fucked us,
like
that's what that
knights
was.
or
I would
Shogun
100%
tale. Like
say I am going to
it's,
see
Boba
yes.
Fett yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I read
no,
the
I
fight
won't
scenes.
watch it.
Absolutely supposed to be amazing in that episode.
Who says
Actually,
Boba Fett's
Yeah.
what he is?
It's all right. It's not too bad.
I don't like the character.
He's a great character.
Why?
What do you have? What do you have?
Why
against
was he a great
Mandalorians? Why do you? What do you have against Mandalorians as a whole? I feel
oh,
like they're great.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You've watched all the cartoons? I love the Mandalorians.
All right, fine.
Neither of those characters represent the Mandalorians in any way, shape, or form.
I'm gonna argue.
Mando
Well,
just
I'm
highly.
not
haven't
gonna
watched-
argue it. I'm
you
He's
not
not
haven't
even
watched-
Mandalorian. He just
Yeah.
highly holds to one part of one type of knight's code.
no, brother. It's the faction from the original Mandalorians from the cartoons, and you need to watch season 2, and you'll get your fix of those Mandalorians. You haven't watched season 2, so you can't.
There
talk.
is no more Mandalorians.
Yeah, there is.
Mandalore gets destroyed.
You need to watch the series. You need to watch second season.
There's more to the
tried. Like
That's what I'm trying to say.
Grogu is out there just murdering species,
Yes,
and there's
that's
a lot of
and I'm
talking.
okay with that. I'm okay with that.
There's more talking than there should be. It should just I found it really
wonder-
boring.
No wonder you're not a Star Trek fan. We need big flashy lights and explosions.
No, but the Mandalorians, though they are an honorable type, that they aren't always to violence, but in this case, he's a bounty hunter out there with a baby that everybody wants.
Have you watched Lone Wolf and Cub?
Sorry?
Have you watched Lone Wolf and Cub?
No, I don't know what that is.
No, you need to
The
watch
really
that.
old thing, right?
Yeah, and then a
I used
studio
to
in
watch
America released it. They put them all together and released it as I believe it was Shogun Warrior, or The Last Shogun. Yeah,
They're like old martial arts films, but they're really good. And they like there's a
they're
bunch.
samurai films, not really martial arts. And
I watched them like when I was like 18. My friend showed me a bunch.
Hold down.
Yeah.
Killed him.
That's what Mandalorian gets a lot of its feel and themes from is Lone Wolf and Cub, right? Because it's Mando and Grogu, or Mando and Baby Yoda. So
Yeah, baby.
you gotta watch the second season and all your Clone Wars and Rebels Mandalorian stuff will be good.
I don't think I need to watch those movies. I can just watch Bob's Burgers. They do like 4 episodes on kind of. Well, I think it's more of a.
It's like saying you don't need to watch the original trilogy because you've seen the Family Guy spoofs.
Okay, listen. One year I tried that. So every year I watch, and to sidetrack quickly, every year I watch Star Wars in their chronological order and then in our chronological order. I don't know why. I've just been doing it for so many years. I haven't done it since 9 came out, but 2 years before 9, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to watch the Family Guys because I do this every year. This takes up a lot of time. I don't need to do it this year. And watching the Family Guys led to me rewatching all of them anyways, because the Family Guys does it. The Family Guy episodes do it so well in telling the story while making fun of the story that it makes you want to go watch it.
Cool story, bro.
I totally derailed that from where we were. Now I forget why.
I do agree. The Family Guy Star Wars are really well done.
Yeah.
They're great, but you can't watch that as a substitute for the actual films.
Which, yeah, that's where I got that from. Yeah, I agree, but they do it really well. It's a good refresher, though. If you just want to remember some plot points, it is a good. It's 25 minutes well spent.
Yeah, no, I thought they were like an hour long.
Oh, right, they are.
Yeah.
Well, 42 minutes.
Yeah. No, I love the Family Guy spoofs. I think they're great.
Hey, so you saw Doctor Strange in the theater, right?
Yes.
No
I want to spoil one part of it.
No,
Just stop for a second. I want to spoil the first 15 minutes, which has nothing to do with the film because it's all advertisements. Like, what happened? What has happened to the? I was so angry the first time. I was even more mad. Like, I kept looking at you like, I forgot about this. This is so like
30 minutes of commercial.
It was really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't even trailers.
And then there was this weird UN commercial that didn't make any sense because it wasn't saying anything. Like, it got really off the rails.
Oh, geez.
I know we have a single theater here in this small town, so
less ads.
I didn't get all that stuff.
See, I told you.
It's Cineplex.
I told you. I knew it.
So I didn't even get the guy filling money up in a blender and then like pressing the button and it exploded. I didn't even get that commercial. So.
And I feel like the level of commercials was, I felt like the movie should have been free.
There were so many, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
half hour.
feel like we should have paid with like part of the paywall should have been relieved from this. It felt like Ready Player One. We can sell 82% of their visor space before inducing a seizure.
Wait, but I did like the fact that they kind of sort of didn't. They brought back that game that they used to do in the movies, where like
the trivia.
Yeah, where you would like get.
They asked 2 questions.
We get like,
and they were both spoilers.
I just liked that.
It wasn't attached to the phone.
I just liked that.
But that's okay. I agree with
cool.
you.
I like that part.
I absolutely agree with you, but it should have been them asking questions about the first Doctor Strange, giving information that could lead you here, not saying, "Hey, this is, here's a new character that you're going to learn about how in the movie soon, but we're going to tell you about it now." And then, do you know what the Eye of Agamemnon, like the time? Like, come on. Sorry,
I just like that they brought that slightly back, kind of.
What's better, so I'm not sure if DD's talking about Barry, but that show is great. Barry, you should watch it. It's
I hear
absolutely
so many good things.
Bill
all
Hader,
over.
man, writing,
Bill Hader.
directing, and season 4 he's going to direct every episode. I'm looking forward to
I
that.
saw that.
Fantastic show. But what's better, the Batman or Doctor Strange?
I say Doctor Strange.
I'm trying to
The
separate.
guy with all the Marvel clothes says Doctor Strange. Big
I see Doctor
surprise.
Well, but I'm trying to separate the connections to the world building dopamine morphine drip they give me. Film for film, I'm gonna say probably the Batman. It's shot beautifully. I really like a lot of the scenes in it. I like the detective story. But when I put the needle back in the arm, Doctor Strange, just because it showed so much of universes I've been waiting for, and then only for 10 seconds per universe. Fuck off! Like that was horrible. But I don't want to spoil too much in it. But yeah,
But
like
didn't it like look like every other Marvel movie in like the last couple years except Eternals? And then like
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but like, and I'm not going to. But at the beginning, when Doctor Strange hops off that balcony or whatever, you see his hair, like it looks like a 1950s B movie. The way they did his hair and makeup, and he's like that. He's the hero scientist, and he's got to go save the day from big giant ants. You know, it kinda,
Sam Raimi
no,
all
but,
over it.
no, like Sam Raimi. Like if you watch Darkman and Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness, and all his other films, it's got the camp, but it doesn't have that 1950s B movie camp so much. Or if it does, it works in that environment. But in this Marvel environment, it didn't really seem to work. And then they kept trying to push that roguelike charm on Doctor Strange, and that doesn't work for him either. It just comes across coming off as a dick instead of like Tony Stark who can pull it off.
Yes.
So,
But
I like Doctor Strange, but it's just Marvel movies lately, they're just getting forgettable for me, you know? And
That's
like
what I've
and
been
the way
saying.
it looks and the lighting, and so it matches the CG perfectly. And then the costuming, and we talked about this when we were talking about the Book of Boba Fett. Like you got Ming-Na Wen fighting an assassin on Tatooine, a planet covered in sand, and then they go to interrogate him, and his costume's all clean. You know, it's like in Shang-Chi, like all these ninja warriors have their costumes; they're all shiny and brand new and clean and stuff. But they live in a village. It doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, there's no dry cleaner.
It takes me out of the moment when I'm watching
Yeah.
something like
It's
that.
cookie
It's like at
cutter
least with the
movies,
original
like-
Star Wars, you had that visceral feel of it,
Oh, gritty.
you know.
Yeah,
And then
totally.
you had that in Iron Man, and even to an extent, I think it was when Infinity War and Endgame started happening. You could see it a lot in Civil War. Everything was clean and evenly lit, so everything
Yep.
matched on the green screen.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
what'd you think about? And I'm going to say just two words that you can, and you'll know what I'm talking about. But the tunnel jump scare, like that felt a lot darker, a lot like just felt different
Oh
than.
man, it seemed like a homogenized version of Sam Raimi's horror. Like everyone says, "Oh, this is a horror. This is horror." I don't view it as a horror film at all.
No,
And
no.
the jump scare didn't get me. Like I was like, "Oh, that happened."
If
I
I'm
didn't even
comparing
jump.
it to Iron Man 1, yeah, I guess it's sort of at times, maybe because there's some monsters. But I mean, no, this is where we've been going. Like Shang-Chi's more of a horror movie then. I think it has better monsters.
Yeah.
Though I did like the eye crab. That
Stop
was
talking
neat.
about
Oh right. No,
Doctor
that's in the. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
in the
I should-
trailer. It's in the trailer.
That is in the trailer, but I shouldn't go any further.
let's
No,
talk
it's
about
fine. I don't
depressing
know, just
stupid.
like when I said earlier in the comments, like it needed more Sam Raimi, and I think it still does. It still did, you know. It wasn't. It was like I could feel Sam Raimi getting there, but every time when he was getting there, they kept pulling him back. So, Ryan, wake up, Ryan.
All right, everybody out there, you
Sorry,
you
didn't mean to
won.
bore Ryan to sleep.
Chat won the staring contest with Ryan.
Chat gets credit. You all won the staring contest tonight with Ryan. Yeah. Well, welcome to the winner circle. So far, it was only Gutter Mofo that had won. So you have some cred with Gutter Mofo.
Bongo
He was
time.
the first. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm ready, bongoed.
Well, that might be our cue then. Although I haven't put my new pick in after we all changed them.
Which is
Okay, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so the long goodbye, and you will have to come do an intro for it next Monday.
Yeah, for sure. I'll come on and talk about it. I'll talk about that movie for like 24 hours a day, so I don't mind.
Thanks for coming by, James.
Hope
Thank you.
maybe we'll get another clip out of it.
Oh, yeah, you can steal those clips too. Yeah, I'll send them to you. You can use them for sure.
As always, thank you very much for all you do for us out here, and everyone check out Small Screens. They're dropping their new podcast soon, and I will miss the live though.
Yeah, we'll do them randomly, sporadically. I think it's midnight when we start on Edward's time, right? 'Cause he's in France.
Yeah.
So, and then Fridays are busy, and I'm like editing videos around the websites, and it's just, yeah. I like, I usually have like an hour nap before the streams, but last Friday was actually pretty good because it was a little bit more chill than all the other Fridays.
Yeah.
So
you guys should do like a Sunday afternoon, so it's like 9 o'clock for him. I guess that'd be like Sunday at lunch.
The problem with that is like we did one on Monday one time when Clint wasn't available, and we got like 3 times more views. But the problem is Clint works on Mondays and Tuesdays, so we couldn't have a regular scheduled stream that time. So, but yeah, we'll still do some pop-up streams on there. Maybe I'll get Edward to come on here with me, and we can shoot the shit. So
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I really do like Edward, even though in all the live streams I continuously say we need more James, which I hold true to. But thank you very much for joining us tonight, and well, bongo time for James.
Yeah, later, chat.
Everyone
later,
in for bongo time.
See you, James. Ryan, are you up for another bong? Yeah. See if we can put you back to sleep. Well, I don't think we need to return to our depressing.
No, we do.
You picked fucking 12 monkeys. You're making us go back there next week.
I mean, for a discussion of tonight's movies. I don't know if there's
okay. So I haven't in a while told why we're here, or maybe I've even told it tonight. But we're here because sometimes it started a long time ago. You hang out with your friends and you run out of things to talk about. Not things to talk about, but starting points, because we don't all watch the same things. So we each pick a movie, and that's what we do here now. But those movies have always been things that influenced us, or things that mattered, or a film that changed us in some way, not just a blockbuster. And
blind picks once in a while.
And blind picks, but those typically don't end well for the picker. So in that vein, one of the movies that changed how I looked at film and what film was, it came with 2 movies in the same night. But I'm going to pick the second of the series, and it's Mallrats.
Oh,
because we've done a lot of Kevin Smith talk and how much of an idol he is of mine, but we've kind of never gotten to the really good, funny stuff. So
that's true.
Mallrats is one of my all-time favorite films, and it's got Ben Affleck in it, and it's all the original cast, and Jason Lee, and it's just an amazing film to me. So that's what I'm picking this week, which I'll put in here now.
I did love that movie and watched it a lot as a teenager, or a young guy, I guess.
Ryan, I expect a full dissertation on that.
All right.
And we obviously have a pick that is very meaningful.
Matt Damon in Mallrats as well? Doesn't he show up?
No.
Okay, my bad.
They're not lovers yet.
Matt Damon.
We have a couple of bongo times in the chat. Oh, we got Mad Dab Labs joining us, our
hey, what's up?
Sponsor, which I finally have much better graphics for.
Check out our sponsor, who's in chat. Lots of good weed.
Okay, let me catch up here. James got threw a bongo time up, so we'll hit that.
He doesn't get to do it multiple times. Multiple accounts.
Who's the next this week?
It's just, he's brilliant, and those two meeting there is clearly what led us to My Name Is Earl.
Oh.
I like that show.
I love that show.
It's a good show.
What is that one? mean?
Shout out, but we don't have a command because we're lazy.
Wow.
We should just.
Owen Wilson. We should pick Owen Wilson movies. Oh wow.
We did. Is Owen Wilson not in Dodgeball? No.
Wedding Crashers.
It's his boyfriend.
Can you just
there.
tell me you met someone named Earl?
Wedding Crashers.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm not talking about that at all.
Oh
Here.
wow.
You didn't say wow,
Wow.
once in Loki, and that was depressing.
I know. I wanted to see Owen Wilson say "wow" in Loki.
And
He will. This season coming out, he will.
No, I don't.
Yes, he will.
Oh wow.
He's going to say it at least once.
Wow.
He's going to.
all right, I'm going to do another
He's so
one.
corny. Love you a long time.
All right, so we have our films picked for next week. Because now we're just saying random things out into the ethos. Then we lose James, and it just all goes to we just
Society's crumbling. It's
can't
okay.
form sentences. I thought of a reason that we needed to go back to the movies for a second, but I have forgotten it, so that's okay. Although we didn't talk about anything about the code.
Oh, that's fine. In Elysium, they had the CEO programming assembly code. Like, it's ridiculous. This is actually what assembly code kind of looks like. And I went through it, and it's just the way you would initialize some area if you were doing really low-level stuff. But it's so basic, too, that it's ridiculous. I don't know why they just don't get somebody to write real code like me. No, here's what it would actually look like if you were trying to hack around something. And again, just more assembly code, but it's assembling, not compiling. They're using the wrong word, and it's just a Linux terminal. You can see in the bottom right. They got different tabs with the bash shell and stuff. But it's not too bad.
I love when movies just use like command prompt as their or notepad. Like notepad makes more sense, but when they just use command prompt as if it's like some magical tool that allows you to hack computers.
Like when they come to a password prompt and they just type something to get in. Like that's impossible. You can't do that.
No. We do have another sponsor, Liquid Chrome. They give us all this glass stuff. But all the shit we smoke comes from Mad Dab Labs, and we thank them very much. Check them out at maddablabs.com. Mad Labs. But we are disintegrating here quickly.
I still prefer the Babadook. Great movie.
Has any movie since on our channel beaten Babadook?
Yeah, I don't love it that much.
Do the movies this week beat Babadook?
I haven't seen this actually.
There's been way better movies than Babadook.
No, I just think every week I'm going to measure the films against Babadook. Did this week's films beat Babadook? Or
Yeah, I would say overall.
you still prefer Babadook?
No, because Babadook's just a simple story about.
All right, so I'm just saying this statement isn't true as compared to the movies this week.
That is true. Yeah.
I'm going to see how many times I can get you to say that you don't prefer Babadook.
That movie was shit.
Babadook?
Yeah.
Babadook.
I like Babadook quite a bit.
Are you saying Chemical Fire? Is there a Chemical Fire? Has a new supervillain been made?
Nice.
I mean, he does have his little mad scientist logo.
He is, and we should smoke something for his. I'm going to smoke something for his namesake. Something that was made in the lab. We are hitting some dry diamonds
In the Mad Dab Lab?
Yes.
Mad Dab Lab.
It does look like some good crystal stuff. Well, it doesn't. It just looks really good. But yeah, I guess we'll be signing off soon. So thanks everyone for hanging out and watching.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Dee Dee, always
Always a
great
pleasure.
chatting with you. Scotty, it's been nice chatting with you tonight too. And thanks
Everybody
for
that
subscribing.
subscribed and
Yeah.
gave bits
Thank you,
tonight.
thank
That's
you.
insane.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. All right.
Thanks, Ryan, for staring at chat.
I'm just looking.
Thank you, Zach.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you, Barry.
Sir, it's a pleasure. Next or this Wednesday, we'll be watching and looking at
You seen the new
episodes 3 and 4 of
You excited?
Westworld season 3, as well as probably talking
the
about
Elysium?
Love,
Remember
Death,
what's
and
the red one?
Robots.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch some shit this week. But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday talking about television stuff for Movie Club.
She-Hulk.
Well, we don't have anything to talk about yet.
You're right. The trailer came out,
But there's so much new content. We're probably gonna have a list of things to just chat about, like the New Kids in the Hall, Love, Death, and Robots.
The Boys coming soon.
yes.
Stranger
well,
Things is this week.
Stranger
maybe-
Things. Stranger Things.
You know what?
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things.
That's this
Maybe
week.
if I can, I'd have to watch the last episode. Yeah, I can do that.
What?
Maybe by Monday I can have a breakdown of where everybody is in the Boys by
Okay.
adding the VNN content to catch everybody up so
Oh,
that
yeah.
they can know what's going on for season 3.
Look at that.
It's weird that I went
Yeah,
from not
sure.
watching
Yeah,
it to the like
Lost
doing
track.
work
But this
for
is
it.
just who I am. This is part of it. I was theorizing on Mr. Robot like first episode.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
What? On what?
Mr. Robot.
Oh, yeah. You didn't
One of,
watch
like,
it? Yeah,
9
you didn't-
shows
you
that-
didn't. It's a great show.
My favorite show, but I haven't finished season 4.
You did finish Preacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I just fall behind. Smoke too much weed.
That was the first one that
Get
he's like,
distracted.
you have to watch this one instead of Mr. Robot. And I'm like, all right. And he wasn't even done it. And I was like, this show's fucking awesome. I blew right through it. Like, everyone should watch Preacher. One of the best shows I think
Preacher was
ever
okay.
made. I just love it.
It's okay.
You too, DD.
I'm kidding. It's pretty
Have a good night.
good night.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That's a. DD Bestmod has a good point. We are getting out of here.
Thank you.
We are
Have a good
stoned.
night, everyone.
We are
Yep.
going to.
We're gonna rate our friend.
Yeah. So I'll get the raid ready. Gonna raid our buddy who's probably playing. I don't know. He's either playing Dead by Daylight or
He's smoking weed.
Valheim or GTA.
I hope he's smoking weed.
And we appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, and all the subscribers and all the bits. And it's been it's always surreal.
Night,
And
Scotty.
Yeah.
Don't forget the irony that we are both contributing to the dystopian future we're afraid of, while critiquing the films that are warning us about said dystopian future. Wrap your head around that one.
Hey, Ryan.
Thanks for sticking around through one of the most depressing streams ever.
Yeah, really, like that's crazy. That is so much love. We appreciate that. There is hope for the future. Don't be that scared. And we're gonna start the raid. Thanks for joining us. And as always, stay tuned and stay lifted.
Circle of life. I kind of agree.
To YouTube, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate all you out there too. If Kevin's still around or that James guy, thank
Good
you
night,
so
guys.
much for hanging out. And yeah, we're gonna go watch some 420 sesh, and you can check them out. And don't forget to check out Small Screens. Stay stoned.